Hi, everybody. Welcome to TVON. My name is Blair. Thank you so much for joining us. Happy Thursday. So glad you're with us tonight. We've got 3 hours live from Los Angeles. It's all about amazing jewelry. We're going to show you a lot of great pieces today. There are some cool pieces, I got to say, when it comes to fabulous earrings. We're going to see some new hoops. I know, new hoops. Can you imagine? Just when you thought we brought it all in hoops, we've got a princess cut hoop. This will go with those princess cuts you might already have in diamond band rings, perhaps. We've got the hoop earring to go with it. Very affordable and almost a carat in diamonds. And princess cuts, as we all know, really, really fabulous high-end cut for diamonds. So it's kind of like you do. I think they're aptly named because we think of princesses and royals being able to have it all in jewelry, have some of the best jewelry collections on earth. Well, we're going to bring you that princess cut, known as being a very high-end, fit for royalty type stone. So even if you're not born into it, you can feel like it. And we're going to make it affordable. We also have a Tanzanite. This is really exciting. We had a big celebration of Tanzanite last night on the show. Everything sold out. Well, of course, you guys know, are hip to the game. Very few Tanzanites remain. So it is definitely time to get your Tanzanite. If you've been struggling with a decision as far as what size do I get, what stone, what cut, what mounting, well, it's time to make those decisions. And may I suggest an emerald cut because, well, not just because it's my favorite, but it does have that super elite saturation. When you can get a museum reserve that's going to give you saturation like this emerald cut does, it is definitely, definitely high end. So we've got a great value on a 6-carat princess cut, or rather, it's got princess cuts, it's an emerald cut, so it's got a little bit of everything there. And we'll also see a Tanzanite pendant. We've got a fabulous Mandarin garnet private collection. It is a round. It is very, very special. And then we're going to see, okay, a lot of big discounts on pieces left over from the sale. So not everything got up here during our big sizzling summer savings event. Can you believe it? 2 months and a half, and yet not every piece got up here. So it gives me the freedom not only to bring them out and discount them, but also give you a better than 10% off price so that we can really move some jewelry. Because I know that's hard to wrap our heads around, is that how can we get a sale better than when there's a sale? Well, welcome to TVON. It's a sale every single day. So we've got some really cool closeouts. We'll call those closeouts. We also have there's a purple Paraiba. And speaking of purples, we even have a purple diamond. I know our certified purple diamond sold out the other day. We have a really important larger stone here, a 22-pointer, and that is the cannot miss purple Paraiba we have for you. So lots to get to, including a classic tennis bracelet that's going to be one of the more affordable that we do, and it still has about 3 carats in diamonds. So we're looking forward to that as well. And hey, if you got a request, get those in. We'll see a lot of affordable ideas in the first couple of minutes here, and yet everything is limited. So make sure you're dialing in as soon as you see something you love, because other than that, it's going to be slick to go. You know, it's funny, last night at the conclusion of our show, we did see every single piece from the show sell out. So it's just again, word to the wise here. Get on the phone lines early, and you guys are getting the early bird specials here. So you get first dibs on the pieces that we love, and maybe that's going to be this blue zircon. Take a look at this. It's a stunning blue zircon in that oval shape. What do you think? A beautiful stone, a really fabulous gem, and of course that's going to be at number 112-8451. And get requests in if you got them. We're happy to help always with those requests. Never hesitate to let me know what you're looking to see. Could be a specific piece or just a category. We are really flexible on requests, so we can bring you whatever you need. But this has a 8451 item number. Forgive us, we're not going to have a light tonight, Tony, so we'll just iris up as we can. We've tried. We give it our best shot. But this is going to be our 1 carat 60. And it is a Cambodian blue zircon. Does have a 32-point diamond weight, and this is that really elegant mounting where we're seeing a combination of the baguettes and the rounds together. So that's awfully nice. You get this really specialty look here together in one great mounting. And all of this done in the 14-karat white gold. It will stay. Does have that great side detail as well, where you're getting a few diamonds down the sides of the band. So it does not just need to be all about the halo. We can really complete the set here. So from as far as the eye can see left to right, it is going to have that complete diamond look. It is also, let's see, carat 60 is a good size. Then you've got the ability, if you wanted to stack something around it, i.e. ring guards, maybe something else you've got already cooking in the collection. Well, this is a great way to go because it's going to have that elevated platform you see there. So anything you want to set aside it, maybe like, again, the ring guards that we see in the chevron style, they'll nestle right up next to that basket. So you've got a really easy and wearable style. So this is what it looks like on the hand. So you can get you a look. It's kind of like looking at a blue diamond, really. I mean, it's just, again, a little more turquoisey maybe than some blue diamonds are naturally. Natural blue diamonds have a lighter color to them, but this has got that really bright, vibrant. You can see it there. And you know, for simplicity, but still high end, that's what this brings you. And of course, a luxury rare stone, no doubt about it, is the blue zircon out of Cambodia. They're mined out. So let's get this one, a one of a kind. We're going to be seeing a lot of those tonight. As usual, welcome to a show where you're not seeing just one that is going to be a sample out of 10,000 that are sitting in a warehouse somewhere. It's just instead mostly one onlys. I might have a couple exceptions like our new diamond earrings, but other than that, it's going to be all about these really special one-of-a-kind rings. Oh, and there is one more special for Tanzanite lovers, not just the ring that I mentioned, not just the pendant, but we actually can have the whole suite. I've got a pair of earrings, and they're a specialty cut. Also, I am looking forward to those. So lots to get to in Tanzanites tonight, but here we go with the one only on the ring. This is a fabulous designer ring. Every time I see these baguettes incorporated into a mounting, I think, uh-oh, that's going to be more money, because they always are. It's a huge upgrade to get the baguettes when you start to set those around a halo. We see it all the time. That is really where it's just amazing how the difference, what may seem like a minute difference actually makes a huge difference in the price tag because of the baguettes being, as we know, still that VS quality, but you really are into an elite level of a diamond that is not priced like the round brilliants are. And we love the round brilliants, and we know they're important as well. All love to those round brilliants, but the baguettes have to be even that much more special. They are a high-end specialty cut, and of course they really show off the clarity you're getting here as well. So we'll take another look and blow this out real quick. A really fantastic buy to get you a really important stone, and I think it's the only blue zircon we have of the night schedule. So it also happens to be one of the most affordable. It'd be tough to put up anything next to this or against it with the value we have, because what started at $4,999 will not be, not even close to that. And again, come on in early because you guys get the first dibs. You know how important it is. These pieces really fly here in these specialty discounts. This is one of those that was not able to get up here on the sales show. So what we get to do is take it even lower right here tonight to make it really fantastic and quite the value. And we're going to do, how about this? Better than even $2,500. A rare blue zircon, about as good and rare as it gets. And this is stunning. And you know what we're going to do here? Instead of $2,000 or $1,999, let's blow it out right now for $999 only. So that will be it. $999. First caller gets it. Stays in the white gold on this one. It does. It's kind of like when you see a piece that's got to stay in a gold color. It's either one of two things. It's either designer or on discount, beyond even like under cost, but this is actually both of those scenarios together in one, where you've got the designer piece and the discount under cost. So it really, really is. So that is exciting. And I just cannot get over that value. And if you know these stones, I always say it's like turquoise. If turquoise could be, you know, we don't know turquoise stones are opaque, but it's like if you could get a faceted turquoise to the point where it was having some transparency to it, and you could see the beauty of the color of turquoise, but in a really, really bright, really neon stone. That's what this is. It is a true like electric blue. It is. It's like a turquoisey, almost, you know what you would liken it to? If you've ever seen, and I know even out of all of our great stones here, because we have a lot of great Paraibas, you know what they actually say, and we've talked about this for years as a gem society and community. When you talk about the Paraibas, you know the rarest color of Paraibas, actually we liken it to the Windex blue, which I know is really kind of an odd comparison to make until you think about the real specificity that is. Because that Windex blue, you know, I know there's a lot of different household Windex cleaners at this point. They make all different colors. But back in the day, the OG, the original, was the only one available, and it's that bright electric blue. That's really what we actually see out of the very best Paraibas. That's really what the blue zircon gives more often than even Paraiba does. So you see it there. So that's going to be a one only at $999. So it really has that pop of color. And yep, a lot of people who are in the know might just as well assume that is a Windex blue Paraiba. But again, really unique and rare and specialty fabulous stone. So we'll give that a couple seconds. We've got the most gorgeous, this is a really, really pretty pendant we have in diamonds. It's like that stiletto style, but does not have to be dressy. So what do I mean? Well, we're going to show you what we have left in the white gold and the rose gold, and just a real quick specialty. I know I've already reached out to her personally, but acknowledgement on TV is always important as well, I guess, since I know she's here with us. A special happy birthday shout out to Charmaine, who's joining us. Charmaine in California, I believe. So happy birthday to you. you, Charmaine, and thank you for spending a little bit of your birthday evening with us here. Hope you have fabulous plans for the birthday weekend ahead. Most everyone seems to celebrate the whole month long, and I hope you will. So it's nice to have, I love those early birthdays because it makes it, I think, even easier to just celebrate early and then keep the celebration going. So I speak as someone who has his birthday on the 5th of the month. So not this month, but a different one. But anyway, happy birthday, Charmaine, and enjoy your day and your evening. Let's take a look at this. I know she's got some fabulous yellow diamonds she could put on to celebrate. I know that. But here we go. Speaking of diamonds, let's show you what we have here in a pendant. This is it's like a stiletto, but sometimes when we see stilettos, and this one tends to spin a little bit, see how it does that? It's like, yep, the spinning top here. And then we'll just play, spin the pendant, which is a little different than the game we played as kids. But look at how amazing this is. And I've got a white and I've got a rose, but actually you're not going to traditionally wear it this way. You're going to wear it actually horizontally, but vertically. So I've got to show you the rose gold that's here as well. That's all we have left. It's going to be white and rose, and this is another classic example of discount the diamonds, and to a better degree than you can ever even imagine. We've got 1110465, okay? So this is a really beautiful 28-point diamond pendant. Now, the uniqueness here is that sometimes when we do these stiletto styles, they'll start with one size and they'll either get bigger or smaller. They'll graduate. This does too, but then it goes back into the smaller size. So it's almost like, imagine reverse hourglass, where it starts smaller, gets wider through the middle, and then gets smaller again. So I think it just makes it a little bit more wearable for whatever reason that is. Just seems like it's going to be that really, really important look here. So we've got a specialty piece, and so that's really important as well. So we are really proud to have this one here for you. So a really outstanding piece of jewelry. It is 28 points in diamonds. They're all individual round brilliants that you have as well. And Tracy already did that a long time ago this morning. So anyway, way ahead of you, but thanks anyways. I'm on top of this. Remember, I asked her birthday like a week ago, and I committed it to memory, and the memory's actually pretty good. And for the old gal that I am, the memory is still really on point, I will say. The only thing I forget is ex-boyfriends. That's it. That's always my policy, and that might be on purpose. So again, that's a whole different story. But we've got our 28 points. I kid. Don't get all, don't get crazy on me. But this is the diamond pendant. I'm going to show it to you on. It's a beautiful piece to really, again, these are elongated. And the same way an elongated earring will do for our ears is what this pendant does for your neckline. So let me grab one here, show you the length. It's going to be our white gold. And yes, it is a fabulous idea. Actually, you're getting a bigger bail too. So there it is. Look how pretty that is. Isn't that great? So you've got that length here, and we have, look at this. This is going to be a full, it's like an icicle of diamonds. 1.5 inches top to bottom, hidden bail right behind where I'm holding it. It is actually a quite elongated bail. And the beauty of that is that we can also bring to you that maybe that diamonds by the yard is how you're going to pair it up. So that's a great way to go. And we have, excuse me, we've got a great look here. Sorry guys, the throat is not happy today, so I'm battling something, so please bear with me today. I know you're going to hear me clear my throat, so I'm going to apologize in advance to everybody who likes to complain when I do that, which is once every couple of months, but it will be happening tonight a little more frequently, so my apologies in advance to everybody who gets annoyed when I have to do a little throat clearing. Battling something going on. So I probably got the plague that's been going around here for a long, long time. But look at how beautiful this is at 28 points, and you can see that length. And so again, it's something very thin. I think if it was really wide, it might lend itself only to dressy occasions. I really love that it's got that elongation. We'll go back up close here, but I've been doing the cough drop thing, and I've been doing the throat balms and all that, and the tea and the gargling and all that. So I should be okay. So again, we'll you'll have to bear with me a little bit more than normal, okay? So this is going to be our 28 points, and we're going to go ahead and get you a wonderful value on this one, and we're going to make it less than $9.99, which is where it started, but I'm here to bring it a much better value for you so we can send it on out, and we're going to make this even better than, what do you think, $888, $777, $699, something like that. We'll go even lower. We'll blow it out for only $499. That's it. So $499, that's going to be for just, I have, let's see, one in rose, and then I've actually got a couple in white gold. So if you wanted to even get white gold, like let's say for you in a gifting idea, we are in September, so holiday time is approaching. I can't seem to escape the Halloween stuff. The Halloween stuff is everywhere, and that started, it seems like mid-August. So I'm not sure what's going on, but it seems really early. But hey, it means that we're going to start shopping for holiday. I think what I would imagine, late September, probably early October, we'll be all talking about, wreaths up and Christmas carols and maybe doing some holiday shopping. And maybe at $4.99, the fine jewelry that you thought might have to go to the wayside this holiday season maybe is more attainable than one might think. And that's the beautiful thing about shopping with us, is we can still make natural diamonds and solid gold very affordable, like $499. $499. So the rose of the white, 1.5 inches, which might sound extreme, but again, you saw plenty of room on the neckline. That's the great thing about when you have pendants. I think we can have more freedom to, I was just reading a great report today about jewelry and the trends of jewelry and what's happening in jewelry this calendar year of 2025, because obviously now that we only have 1/3 of it left, you can pretty much kind of gauge what's been happening as far as the year complete here. So you're talking about a real trend towards accessories that are a little bit more statement making. And so again, doesn't need to be saved for special occasion wear necessarily. You've got a pendant here that can be worn really if you just like that idea, where I also love the look for layering. So if you have something a little shorter, one of those classic chains that you like to wear, and then you want to have something a little drapey beside it or next to it or below it, this is the great way to do it. And then you can stack and layer it as you please, but for under $500 to get all those significant diamonds that just send their way down to give you some really interest to the neckline. I think that always it's nice to have a little something against the neckline when you're out and about, and just has that really pretty look that you're getting here. So $499, a rose only, just the one in the rose gold, and then we've got the white gold in a little bit of quantity for you. So that's a wonderful way to go, and I'm really excited, and thank you so much, everybody. And I'm getting so many wonderful responses from everybody about what you're receiving, just the pieces you've been getting from the last few days, the pieces that you've been receiving from our incredible sales shows and all the great specialties we've had. And I gotta say, a lot of feedback that's been so wonderful to hear. So it's really, it's made my day. So it's been a very, it's been really nice to hear all that. So thank you so much, everybody. I'm glad that you guys are all loving your pieces. That's always what we are here for. And again, it's not just as, you know, a lot of people, then the sale's done, and basically, you know, you go on your merry way. But I love that, and I don't feel like I'm complete until I really hear your feedback on your pieces and hear that you love them. And that's when it feels really like the great sale was accomplished. And I don't mean the sale as in discounting. I mean just the sale of giving you great values on jewelry that you can appreciate and add to your own collection. So that's been very exciting. So keep those coming. And then we also have this really rare pair of turquoise earrings. It's hoops. It's actually going to be our large turquoise. This would actually match the pendant we had last night really well. In the beginning of the show about 24 hours ago, when we had some round turquoise in a pendant, it was also very affordable. Now this is going to really it's going to stack up your turquoise quite a bit here. 1125722 is your item number. This is 301 total weight in turquoise. They're rounds. They're actually, again, these are round gems of solid cabochon. So they are solid turquoise through and through. Yellow gold pair, I've got one only. There's a great omega back style. So a hinge that just flips up and down. So it's really simple. There's a straight post, so it's really easy to wear. And no diamonds. One of those rare pieces we have that is without diamonds, so that you can have, if that is how you gauge whether it's more wearable or casual or more daytime versus nighttime, well, you've got that here, and it's kind of a rare feat for us. So we love that as well. So the 301, I'm going to pop one on for you as well, so you can see the size is going to be 3/4 of an inch. Tends to be a pretty popular length that we see around here. Is a lot of our ladies and our jewelry shoppers alike, they really like the 3/4 inch, because I think it really makes sense. Tends to be not so small where you're not going to see them and it's not worth putting them on, but also not too large ever to get in the way of everyday wear like we talked about. So there it is. With, you can see they really make that turn around the edge and around the base of the hoop too, so that you can see the, it's almost as if they were an eternity style of hoop. Of course, bezel set means more gold that you have as well, and this is that omega closure. So that's about as easy as it gets. Pop in that great post, and then it kind of springs into action, if you will, quite literally. So it's very simple, and yet those are comfortable too. You never have to worry about them not working their way out. I know shepherd's hooks can sometimes work their way out of your ear piercing, and that can be a little bit annoying, because that's a quick way to lose an earring. And so I love that these have that omega backing style, which tends to be so in demand and so desired and so really beautiful. And of course, you don't see those closures at all, but it makes for that complete all the way around hoop that we have. And you can see how bright they are. They're a very impactful color. They're very bright and bold, and we're going to take these down below $1,000 for you. And again, just the one pair in the yellow gold, and this is pretty much how easy they are to take off. Just did. So it's really simple and easy, and then you pop them back on. Let's go back to the close-up and give you a great value that's better than even $9.99 or $8.88. $7.77. We are looking at values all night long. You're in for a treat tonight. We've got 3 hours. We've got big top of the hours. I'm going to bring you a very limited Tanzanite stud earring that is going to be extremely popular, and it's a cut we don't always see. I'm actually featuring tonight, it's kind of about the cuts we don't usually see in Tanzanite. When we see a lot of them, but we're gonna really take some time and really showcase the more exotics tonight in the show, and that does not mean super expensive either. It just means all about the value, of course, no matter what we gotta do. As a matter of fact, the values are cranked up a bit because we know we're coming off a sale, and I know how that goes. So a lot of people believe they can't shop jewelry any longer if it's not on sale. Well, watch what I'm doing. You guys all saw in the feedback last night was incredible. You were like, you said at the beginning of the show, I didn't believe you until I saw the show, and I watched every 3 hours on the edge of my seat going, I cannot believe how the sale event prices have gotten better when there's no sale. And isn't that the truth? That's what we're about. We're about giving you these values that you cannot beat, and it's every single day. You don't need a sale to shop here at TVON. We've got you covered every single day in and day out, and that's the beauty. And you know what? I'm going to take these earrings even lower than $777. Let's make it $699 only for the earrings, and that will be it. So a really incredible style, and I think they're just looking so good, right? The really, really beautiful bright color stone, the classic nature of those turquoise. Of course, that is the highest in turquoise the world over, and you've got that amazing look there, all wrapped in their own bezels. Okay, we also have a huge color change spine that I'm going to debut. I just want to flash it for you. If you've been waiting on one in a larger size, look what we have here tonight. So that's going to be coming up, designer mounting there. Our tennis bracelets, 2 left only. It'll be a rose and a white, and then we also have an Alexandrite pendant. This one's cute. This one's really cute. I've got a really, really, really cool stone here that has got that beautiful, almost like ethereal, there's almost like an iridescence to it because it's blues and greens and it's purples and reds, but they're all kind of blending together. And then you set this atop this mirror finish look. And it's that elongated, it feels like an extended kind of pear shape that is all almost like it's liquid because you see when it moves, which of course it's on your neckline. So there's gonna be plenty of movement to this piece, and you see what happens, 9207. You see the way there's a fluidity. We've all seen that liquid silver out there, which is great. But you know, silver is again, a little bit more the affordable of the precious metals. We've got 1129207 for you, which just brings you again, no diamonds, but a really important 62-point Alexandrite. And that itself is going to sit down into this little, if you will, slightly concave design, which is all mirror finish, and what a fabulous piece. So 62 points on the pear shape, diamonds, none, just about the solid mirror finish gold and a lot of it. Let me show you from a distance away so you can see how large or how long this is. So it's another one of those great styles to bring you a really elite look with that draped effect, that elongation. These are flattering on, so if you don't love your neckline, I always say it's so true. You know, you got to really get the jewelry can help you. I mean, it's accessorizing in the best way, and jewelry can really help you look your best. It really can, and it is 1 1/8 inches from top to bottom, that same hidden bail, so large enough for your diamonds by the yard, and so smooth because of that beautiful buttery gold that's in the back. That's all mirror finished as well, and that's what it looks like from a distance away. So it's amazing because it also, being reflective as it is, the gold itself is going to allow that stone to look bigger because there's really no end point. It's tough to really gauge where the end of the stone or the border of the stone is because you're looking at all the gold reflective around it. So it's like it's bouncing off those colors of the Alexandrite. It's a weird little trick of the eye as we go back up close, but it actually helps that stone even extend its outside border a bit in the, at least in the aesthetic sense, so it looks a little larger. And if you know Alexandrite, you know that the larger sizes go way up in price. So it's nice to see one that is still large but affordable. And you know what we're going to do instead? $29.99. I got one only. It's yellow gold. It looks like it can be changed if you absolutely want it in the white gold instead, but we're going to make it $9.99 for the one Alexandrite, and that's a very, very clean stone too. So we love that beautiful look with the blues, the greens, the purples, the reds, just giving you an indicator of what it's going to change to or how capable it is of changing when you're in a different light source. So it really goes from fluorescent to incandescent. That's when the change happens, and we've got our yellow gold there, but again, change it if you want to. $9.99, and we'll keep on moving. I have a new citrine earring for you. Now these are going to be a little challenging to set up, but they are a fancy cut, double-sided, fabulous citrine stone. I know how when I have citrines here, there's a lot of you who say, Finally, it's about time we saw some citrines because we play favorites with the Mandarins a lot. We play favorites with orange diamonds sometimes. Well, here's what we have. Are those fresh and fabulous or what? They are so cool. Now, these, like I said, they're not going to sit very well on their own. So let me put one here and then hold the other one for you. There's a left and right design. It's item number 11292222. So we've got Deuces Wild here in these gorgeous Madeiras, but look at this, front and back, all checkerboard faceted. This is called the double-sided faceting of the round. And then you have that really cool design up top, and it's going to be our Madeiras. They've got a total carat weight of 362. And let me get my other tweezers here and grab the other one so you can see them side by side here and get a better look at what they're all about. And there's that left and right. So whether you want the diamonds kind of like an arrow pointing in or pointing out, that's really for you to decide. So again, that would be the other direction if you'd like to go that way. Let me see. Trying to hold these up close and then also keep them steady for you. So there's what we have in the citrines, but I also want to show you one here on as well. There's going to be a post and a butterfly backing. So again, there's meant to be movement when they're on, doesn't make for a great setting when they sit here on their own on the wheel, but we'll show them to you on. You'll get a much better idea. The diamond weight here is going to be 10 points. That's accents essentially. And then we'll show them on. Now they stay in the yellow gold in this occasion. You've got the yellow gold only, which is really luxury and rich. There's a richness about the citrine, so I think that works really well with the yellow gold. And we'll take a look at them on here so you can get an idea just of the length, and then I'll measure them exactly for you, but I think this gives you a nice idea. And isn't that nice that if you are someone who loves to have your hair up or back, or you just have shorter hair in general, the idea is that they're going to look great from the front and the back. That's really the exciting thing about that checkerboard fastening that you have all the way around, is that they do look good from all the angles. So something to consider when you're talking about a great earring, and yet it's also very magnifying when you look at the faceting and the colors of that stone. It's going to be very magnifying when you see them on. So it's like, again, think of it like a prism in a chandelier, is much like you have with this checkerboard cutting. And we'll go back to the wheel close up and we'll make them very affordable for you. Like, okay, we got to take them a lot less than $9.99. Let's send out some jewelry tonight, shall we? If we get the values, and I love this, the border of the stones are really almost red, more than they are orange or golden or yellow. It's really, that's the mark we look for in Madeiras, and that's really what it's about. When you know you got a good Madeira stone, it is no longer just a shade of yellow. It's giving oranges and bright pops of almost like an orangey bronze red tone. You see that along the edge of this stone. How about better than $9.99 or $8.88? And I'll just hold that one up for you. So again, really fun style. It's almost the letter C around it as well. So think about how designer that is, or maybe that's going to indicate an initial of you or somebody you care for, is that you can have that almost like a little bit of personalization there just in the way it's bezel set. And we're going to make it better than, ooh, not even going to be $8.88 or $7.77. We got the value here tonight. It's on everything we bring, and a brand new earring that is Madeira citrine, double-sided, double the fun, double the sparkle, double everything you love in a great gem weight. And keep in mind, these are about a carat 80 each, so very impressive there. And let's send them out for $699, only 2 pairs to go around. So again, really, really specialty look there, and just going to be for 2 of you or anybody who wants to get both together. It's a great way to go there if you would like to. So no problem, but again, you got to dial in quickly because $699 for that kind of citrine carat weight in gold is really remarkable. And we'll see who's got the first pair because it looks like they may be gone. And then of course we've got that extra, really again, that extra little backing it's going to come with that beautiful butterfly backing. It's a little more oversized too, with what you get in a drop, which is important to really keep those stones level as they face out to the world for the world to enjoy and to see. So that will be it. A fabulous last call there. And do let me know if you would like to go ahead and grab those. We're going to give them 30 more seconds, and one gone is already and one is left. So that will be it. One gone, one remaining. Fabulous idea. And it will be your last chance at those citrines, which just came out a couple of minutes ago as a brand new. So loving that as well. Don't forget about the turquoise hoop earrings. Those are big and bold and fabulous. Again, some of our last of the turquoise we have. There's an imperial that's going to be a pinky imperial. If you love those really, really important imperials that we have, that you know how we don't show you just yellow goldens. They're really pinky in tone. Got some good ones for you tonight. We've got a yellow sapphire, a blue sapphire. September's birthstone is here, and maybe the most fantastic cat's eye. This is our cat's eye chrysoberyl. Wait till you see this. Okay, so there's a really rare stone. There's a lot of rare stones we bring, but one of the rare ones is definitely cat's eye chrysoberyl. And it is, oh my goodness, maybe the pop of neon that we've been waiting for. I don't know if you've ever seen normal sphenes, but I say normal, like the ones that exist that don't have a color change are actually known as a neon color. They have this really dynamic, kind of like a highlighter, you know, the same highlighter that we use to draw attention to maybe a passage in a book that we read and we want to remember it. That's that really undeniable neon yellow green. Well, the same thing happens with the original sphenes. They tend to be that neon green color. We very rarely see that in a green of a cat's eye. There usually are some semblance of green and yellow, but sometimes they tend to be a little bit muted. And it's nice to see that little bit of brighter pop that you're getting here with the bright green. So that's the cat's eye. It's gonna have the chatoyan effect as well. Let's take a look at it. And you've got that round stone. It's 1125,057, but that's a remarkable stone because most of the cat's eyes nowhere near that color. They can be a lighter green, like a sage green. They can be a little more blue green. That also has one of the most dynamic diamond weights. This is called a ballerina style, but done epically with those huge tapered baguettes and rounds. It's gonna be 1125,057. It's platinum. It does have a carat 20 round. That itself is pretty exquisite to get the carat 20 and the fact it's round. And look at how that rotates. That chatoyancy is gonna rotate a bit all the way across the stone. Then you have the tapered baguettes and you have the rounds. Listen to this carat weight, it's 167. It's one of the largest carat weights in diamonds we'll see of the entire show here tonight or anytime. And you've got this gorgeous bright green color. It almost looks soft, like I get it, there's a glow to the chatoyancy, but it has almost like a velvety look. It almost looks like it's got a soft texture to it when you see the greens. That is really pretty. And almost like it is reminding me of like an olive green velvet that you have, but the neon of the chatoyancy is so bright. And yet, this is going to be one for the ages on value. We're so ready. Let's take a look at it on the hand here as well. Man, this is a great ring. And look at the size of that. That gives you, it's like that quatrefoil design, but done entirely in the diamonds that point north, east, south, and west. So really unique there instead of circular, which a lot of basic halos are. We've got the $49.99 ring. Listen, you didn't love it at $49.99. That's why I'm here to help you out, bring it down in price, and give you a better than sale price. If this had been on the sale event, it would have been $29.99 plus 10% off. That would have been $2,699. I'm not doing that tonight. You get a better value. It's not going to be anywhere near $26 or $2,000 or even $19.99. There is only one, and if you've been pining away to own one of the rarest stones out there with a phenomena like a chatoyancy, here it is. And I'm going to take it even lower than $1,500. And just at this point, someone needs it for the mounting. If you've got a great 1 carat or 1.5 carat round brilliant diamond and you've been looking for the upgrade mounting, that's how you want to do it. There you go. That's how you do it. You could get that with, I mean, get it for the mounting alone at $1,500 or $14.99, but I'll take it even lower for you. We have 1 and 1 only. Platinum is how it stays, and we'll size it for you. And we'll make it only $1,399. So another completely awesome opportunity here on a real rarity that should be much more. So $1,399, one caller takes it. That is a huge moment for our lovers of the exotics right there. And seriously, that is a cat's eye. We have a lot of them here. That is one I have not seen the likes of in a very, very long time. So, and hey, Brenda, thank you so much. You are so kind. Thank you, Brenda. Brenda and David in Wisconsin. Thank you, thank you. I was listening to a Wisconsin sporting event on the whole drive-in for a couple hours today. So I feel I was listening, I was hearing about cheese curds and all the good stuff you guys have out there. And so Brenda and David, I was thinking about your hometown today a lot on the drive-in today. So anyway, nice to hear from you both. Thank you so much for your kindness. It's much appreciated. You guys are the best. Let's talk about this yellow diamond. Who's asking for this? Is this Rhonda? Hey, Rhonda, we've got a really, this is one for, I like Rhonda's style here because it's one for the creatives. It doesn't look like a basic ring. And even though we see a lot of great dome styles here, we'll see a lot of big, heavy platforms of gold. What you have here is one of the most unique, and I'll tell you, can you tell we put a lot of work into this? Can you tell that's not your basic setting? That's not exactly one of those slap it together pieces. Jewelry's never that way. I say that in jest because jewelry is still one of the last, when you think about it, it's one of the last industries where you have human hands that are touching and creating and assembling these pieces. I mean, everything from start to finish think about the design process, which is done, of course, with the help of computer systems, of course, but then creating those molds for castings and then creating the castings themselves where you basically pour that gold in, and then you've got the setting, which is where all that handwork comes into play. The setting of all this pave, which goes all the way around from one side to the other, from one side of the ring to the other, and then from one profile of the ring. That means that side profile you see when you look down at your hand as you're wearing your ring, that's covered in diamonds too. And it would have been easier if it was just all like white diamonds or all yellow. Instead, it's so not. It's not. It's also the mix. So you go from yellow to white, and swirl them all together, and then put that all around a huge carat 51 stone. 11222639 is our item number. And I'm so thrilled. This is one of our bigger yellow diamonds we have at a carat 51. It is still VS. Love that very much. You get that VS stone. It's one of our larger, and then you get the 61 points of additional yellow. So already you're going to have over 2 carats in yellow diamonds altogether, and then you also get 52 points in the white. I love that the smallest carat weight by far is the white diamonds, which normally, yeah, that's where it's a little easier. And then of course we finish it, because what would a ring like this be if it didn't have the support system built in from the inside like this does? And so your total diamond weight here, give me a second to kind of add it up here for you. It is really amazing, isn't it? And so that's going to be that almost, excuse the tweezers there, that floral design on the interior. And then you've got this fabulous look. Now we want to try it on so you can see what it's going to look like all across the hand. This is really, really important. So look at this from the side. That's that profile view I'm talking about, where you've got that really impressive diamond weight that goes all the way from one side to the other. So see how that's done? I mean, really impressive how that works, because that's really what it's about, is getting you something that is going to have a look from every single angle. In a way, I mean, it just almost looks like it's ribbed or textured, but it's all pavé so that it's smooth to the touch. There's going to be nothing, if you were to run a fine fabric or just your fingertips across that surface, you're not going to feel any sharp edges, you're not going to feel any prongs. It's all about one kind of seamless, sleek dome style. Let's go take it back, because I wanted you to see how bold it is on the hand, which is just so lovely to see. And now you've got this fabulous look here, and no, it is not. Wow, this is a $34,000 ring, $34,799 to be exact, and one of the brightest. And I think it does say something. This is not something that a lot of people are going to think about, because we tend to see the finished piece and go, oh, it looks lovely. But to think that those side yellows, which are so vibrant and bright, the side yellows perfectly match the color you have in that center stone, which is a carat 50 plus, that is wild, because it's easier to get really bright, considering we only have natural stones here. We don't do the treated or the heated or all those synthetic things that you see out there. We only bring you the natural. So the fact that those are so powerful and bright and almost neon, and they're all natural from the earth, that color. They don't get any enhancement, no heating, no nothing, and they match. So that tells you something about how we upgraded that center in a big, big way, because that center stone is so bright itself. And you've got that one going down too. Wow, a lot better than 34,000 or even 10,000. And remember the carat 51 plus your 61 points. Remember, the yellow diamond weight's 212 on its own. And then, of course, you add another 52 points in white diamonds. That's 264. And more gold than most of our carat and a half or 2 carats hold, because you're putting that big, wide dome style together. It's not 99. Is not going to be 89, 79, 69, 59. This is what you call a value better than a sale price value too, because that would have stayed at $59.99, and then I would have taken $600 off for you. Well, that price would be $53.99. You're not paying that. We got a major value here. And Jason, let me know if you're thinking about this one or something else, because we are going to see a lot of pieces go out the door from earlier. We know how this goes, but this one's got to go right now, and it will, because it is down below even. I mean, this is where I'm saving you a bundle, because you would have spent $5,400 just a couple days ago, and now this one-in-one alone is $4,999. That will be it. So stunning. That really is, I mean, come on now. That is wild to get that ring with that much diamond weight at $49.99, when that's one of our bigger center stones in yellows we have. You start to go up to the 2 carat, what happens? $25,000 for just 49 points more in a center stone. So I love that you're bringing that really, really big value, $49.99. And let me know if that's the one you're looking for, Rhonda, or we can open it up to the first caller that says yes, with all that incredible gold built in. That is, just look at that, to the very, very, very edge. All that pave. You know how complicated this is to do, and how even having, if you think all yellow diamonds, it's easy to just dig right in and get a whole bucket full of diamonds. They're going to match like that. You can go through literally thousands and thousands of diamonds and not see one that is that bright a yellow, especially when they're natural. And this one is. So huge opportunity there. and for $49.99. And Jason, did you have a question, or were you talking to our requester by chance? Okay, so I'd love the feedback on this one from our requester, so we know if we need to bring something else out, or if she loves this one at $49.99. You can keep calling. I know those citrine earrings are very, very popular, it sounds like, and we've got, of course, those fabulous turquoise hoops to think about and consider as well, but want to make sure you get in and have a moment to check that one out for yourself. Okay, so then there's also going to be that big color change spin. Don't forget about our bracelets. We're going to get to those tennis bracelets early here because, well, there are only two. Tennis bracelets are usually going on the air, and we need 30 or 40 of them at a time per presentation. Today, I don't have that luxury. I've got a rose and a white, and that's it. And if it goes anything like our diamonds recently have, where I usually have a white and a rose, it seems like every time, I'm going to see that white gold go very quickly. So let's go ahead and take a look at our tennis bracelet style. Let's bring this one to you on the hand yet again, because I need you to see what that's all about. Look how stunning that is. Are you serious? That's a ring for $49.99 when you've got all that diamond weight at 2 carats, 64. I mean, do not wait. If you want a very important ring, but I know we're all thinking it. We've got all those bigger diamonds where they're always like, you know, double halos, bridge mountings, and we love them. They're gorgeous. We love to see those really high-end center stones set that way. But it is nice to see something a little bit different that maybe is going to work in. You're already going, yep, the ring finger left hand, the ring finger right hand, they're covered, they're occupied, I'm good to go. So if you're looking for something that, look at this, could be worn middle finger ring, why not? What do you think about that? Absolutely. What about the index finger? There are certain styles that lend themselves, and this is only a size 6, so let me see if I can, there we go. So there's certain styles that lend themselves really well to the ring finger only, and then others that can be worn really anywhere, and I think this dome style, as a matter of fact, I love putting it on the outside because why not? There's so much going on the sides here. Why not put that in a perspective on the hand where you're going to see that, not just you, but everyone around you is going to see and appreciate a lot of that detail around the side by putting it on the edge of the hand there. That's how that works. So again, we're sizing it for you to fit wherever you want it to fit, but $49.99 for a value like that, and look at that, just never stops looking amazing from any of the fabulous angles. So that is for one caller. All right, let's see who's got it. That should be gone, and then we will send it on out, and of course we will have our next big opportunity here, which is that tennis bracelet. So we'd love to hear from you, Rhonda. If that's not what you're looking for, we'll figure it out. We'll find it. I don't know if we have anything else in 1.5 carats. We might if you're looking for traditional, but that is a great way to go for $49.99. And of course, you've got your money back guarantee here as well, which we haven't seen for a few months. So that's awfully nice. Now this is the white diamond tennis bracelet. This is the one we have been waiting on, and I'll tell you, white diamonds like that. Yes, go ahead. I gotcha. All right, so she is looking for a different style. All right, so guess what? Anyone who wants that dome style, Rhonda's looking for that halo I was talking about. So the halo is the style she's needing, so we can get that last one out to anyone who wants it. And then here we are with, and we don't have anything like that. Does she need 1.5 carats? Oh, okay, so no bridge, no nothing. Okay, well, another time, Rhonda, we'll get you something. I'll let you know. Let me put something together for you and reach out when it's ready. Here's 1110355. No fee for that, by the way. Everyone always gets intimidated when I say that, and I realized a long time ago, some of you thought when I say we can design something for you, you think there's like a design fee, or there's some extra price you're gonna pay because we custom made it for you. No, we're just, it's one of the other benefits of being your own factory is that we can put together whatever you want, and you're under no obligation to buy it. And there's no extra fee when we do put something together for you. So if you ever do reach out and want something custom made, obviously we'll do it if we can, but there's no extra fee to that. So I know people who custom make jewelry, that's all they do for loved ones because they think, isn't this sweet? I have men that I work with that say, I never ever want to just go buy something from a store. I never want to go to a store because that's so ordinary. And my partner, my wife, my girlfriend, she deserves better than that. And so I love that they say they want to custom design something because then it's special and unique and it won't be what everyone else has. So I think that's very sweet and very sentimental, and I love that. But again, no extra fee when you do it through us. So keep that in mind. But let's take a look at this. This is our tennis bracelet. So again, what you're looking at here is what we have. A white and a rose, and that's it. That's all I got. It's last call. I don't even think we're making this between now and the end of the year, or probably for the end of time, because making this today would be a whole different price tag than when it was made in this era of 111s, which was in this case on this item number about 8 years ago. So that is not a piece. I mean, this is obviously one of the, when you're a jewelry company, one of the first things you're going to make is a tennis bracelet. And we did. And this was the first one we ever did right here. This is the first one. This is the 291 that we figured, what's going to be the greatest everyday style? What's going to be that wearable choice for everybody? Not too much, not too ostentatious, but big enough where the diamonds are still premium and they still show up. That's this style. 291, almost 3 carats. It's solid gold. No plating. And I say this and I emphasize this because today, to make a 7-inch gold anything, if you're just putting 7 inches of gold together, it's going to be pricey. It's going to be a lot of money. And that will not be, I'm telling you right now, with all these diamonds set in, you're not going to pay for the entire bracelet finished as it is. You're not paying what you would for the gold alone today. That's the beauty of this old price. So that is exciting. And it's going to be our white and our rose. You take advantage. Well, thank you, Kathy, for shopping tonight. I appreciate that. She picked up something. Oh, yeah, very good. From previously. I love that. Thank you, Kathy. And enjoy that piece. And then here's 1110355-291 in diamonds. You've got the solid. What is a tennis bracelet? It's the idea that one to the other, lengthwise, it is all continuous. And I like the styles that don't graduate. This one does not. Because that just makes it, you know, when they do graduate, the problem with that is that where the diamonds are bigger, it's going to tend to bring those down below the wrist. You understand what I'm saying? Because there's going to be a little more gravity at work there. If you have graduated styles of bracelets, what they end up doing is you're always going to see the little stones up top. And why is that? Because when you're moving about your day, gravity is going to bring the weight of the bigger diamonds underneath the wrist. And then you're not seeing them. And even if there's diamonds across the top, if they're the smaller diamonds, that's probably not what you want on display for the world, not to mention what you look down on as well as you see your wrist. So it's really nice to have that seamless and really, again, that uniform shape and style, because if they're not, your bracelet's going to move in ways you might not want it to. So that's really a plus here to get that solid diamond link style, classic link style, by the way. 291 in diamonds. Let me show you what the rose gold looks like on. Of course, it's going to have an insert clasp and closure, double figure 8 safety as well. And this is what it looks like on. And why not? You know, it wouldn't be completely illegal to actually pair them up and wear them together. Why not put one on next to the other? And rose and white is one of my favorite combinations. I love the way that looks, especially if you're into the browns that are so trending. You can see how our rose gold looks so good with neutrals and really looks good with, almost gives a little bit of a nod to almost like a pink sheen to those diamonds, even though they're white. And you're getting all those big round brilliance where if you see it from the edge, look at that, same size. There's your insert side of the closure with your figure 8s. Here's the other side. These are very simple and easy to put on. Even if you're just all by your lonesome and you want that ease of wear, no issue putting those on. Latch it right into place, then lock it with the figure 8s, and you've got 1 and 2. You're choosing rose or white, so you decide. But look at the consistency of these diamonds as we put it again. That's why I coil it up here for you as well, so you can see as many diamonds as possible. So I don't just want 1 inch of the diamonds to look good. I want the whole 7 inches to be consistent and bright and beautiful, and that's what these are. And we're doing better than even, well, the new price. If we are to make this again, we're looking at a piece that should be at least $8,999. Welcome to the world of VS Diamonds and a bracelet. If you were out there and about, remember I told you last night, $38,000 a carat. Now for VS Diamonds, that would be times 3. We're getting very close to $120,000. And that's not including the gold that it would take to set all those diamonds. We are making this a lot better than $8,000. Again, 1 of each. Please remember how important this is to pick up on, even if you're thinking, I don't need that till the end of the year. Well, this might be the last time to shop it before the end of the year. True story, because when are we going to make this again and still offer you a value like this? No one's going to buy it at $89.99. I'm going to tell you that right now. Unless we have somebody who's never watched before and they're used to VS Diamonds only elsewhere, and they see them at those big high-end design houses and they're going, that's a heck of a deal, because I'm not even spending $38,000, which I would spend on 1 carat. I'm getting 3 carats. Yeah, triple the diamond weight for me and give me the same price. Well, that's a better value. And we're doing better than 8 or 7 or 6. Welcome to the world of TVON, where you have a money-back guarantee. So if you are new and you've been shopping everywhere else for the faux and the lab-grown and all of that, and you're wondering, how did they do better on the real deal than what I'm paying elsewhere for lab-grown material that has absolutely no worth at the end of the day? or the beginning of the day, or the middle of the day. I mean, if that's what you're going for, okay, but we can top it in value. And I will do that right now with a better than $6 or $5 or $4 or even $3,000 price tag. You're looking at what we've got here. Only the 2 available, and it's $29.99, and that is it. So $29.99, and our number 1 is almost over. So it is time to let us know what requests you have if you want to pick up something from earlier in the show, but a $29.99 deal. And by the way, our Tanzanite top of the hour is earrings. It's coming up in just about 10 minutes. We will bring you the brand new, never before seen stud earrings that we have. There's a great affordable price tag to come with them. They're meant to make an awesome gift idea, because I was telling you last night, we took one of our 30 karat stones and it was sacrificed for the good of very affordable stud earrings that we have tonight. So you're going to see some of the fruits of that labor, and you're going to see what happens when we sacrifice a very large museum reserve. You're going to get an affordability you've not had before in Tanzanite right here at the top of the hour in 10 minutes. So stay with us for that. And in the meantime, let me know if you would like the rose or the white, 7 inches in the length. And that is going to be it. 2 opportunities, only 1 day to get them. We'd love to melt those down, because there's obviously more gold there in that bracelet than probably all the rings I have tonight combined. And once they're gone, they're gone. So nothing I can do to bring them back unless you're willing to spend at least $89.99. To be honest, I think it'd be more. We're seeing gold do crazy things, and we expect that to continue as the year goes to comes to a close. So it's a fluid market. It changes by the day, but we're not talking about, you know, reverting back to what we saw 8 years ago, which is when this was made. So that price isn't inflated to be on par with what it would be today to make it. It's just the old price that gives you the value. And honestly, I think we're pricing it too cheap, because it'd be what everyone else is doing is taking the prices, even if it was made some time ago. And you know what they do, right? They take even an old piece. It doesn't matter if it was made 50 years ago. Do you know that estate pieces, which were made decades ago, decades and decades and decades, everyone who has estate pieces, they're also upping the price point to get it market value, because they figure, and rightfully so, how are they going to sell new jewelry if the estate jewelry is way, way less? So they bring all those older pieces, even used pieces, pieces from a different era, they're bringing those up based on the gram weight of the metal it's in, and they're bringing it up to today's market value, just to make everything kind of a level playing field. Instead, you're getting an old price here, and we're saying just take it. Take it to the value it is and grab it while it's here, and that's going to be it at $29.99. So thank you so much for admiring these bracelets with us. I know it's a beautiful value, and for those that are shopping diamonds elsewhere going, I don't know how they do that. Well, I just explained. Old pricing, very, very important value that gives you, and we will show you imperial topaz. I've actually got the same mounting with 2 very different stones. We've got a yellow sapphire. Ooh, that's pretty. And we've got a very good imperial that's going to look like a pink sapphire, because it's mostly pink. So that's my imperial. We've got the yellow sapphire. I'll bring you a blue sapphire to celebrate this month of September. And we also have an amethyst pendant on the way. This is a big one. It's a big, bold style. Let's take a look and see if you like this one. It is amethyst at its best. It's a round. I'll keep my bracelets. I'll be wearing those throughout the show. I need a little arm candy. I took off my watch earlier. I need a little arm candy for you. Let's take a look at this. We've got, oh no, is this one not going to sit for me? Let's see. I just want you to see the stone for a moment, because it's a really bright, lively stone. It feels like it's got, oh, it feels a little supernatural here. It's a bright, bright cut. It's a fancy cut round. So yes, kind of like a round at first, but you look and it's got those notched edges to it. It's a 1089, so it's a big style. It's going to be item number 1129223, and that is, 223 is a very important number to me, and it happens to be why I wear an amethyst every single day. So, it's an amethyst and it's got 223 in it. Okay. So 1089 and 19 points in diamonds as well. This is the bail. So it's going to have a bail on one side, and then of course it's going to be that elongated vertical style. But the stone gives you the wow. It's the presence, and I'm seeing a lot of blues off that stone. How about you? A lot of blues from that amethyst, because our amethyst is not like any other. It's going to be that premium Brazilian, not light. It's kind of like Tanzanite, where it can be really light and really pretty, but it can be really dark and really pretty too. And when it's darker, you've got the better quality. So that's what it looks like from a distance away. Check out that spark of that stone. Pretty impressive, right? and I know we're going to have this one as a giveaway. Let's take a look at the length it's going to give, because it doesn't look like that's noted here. So let me give you a look at the drop here, and the length is going to be 1.5 inches top to bottom. We've got that beautiful fancy facet pattern. Here's what it looks like on the neckline as well. So you can see how it's going to look there in real life against a neckline, and we're going to make it very, very affordable right now. The first caller gets it. It's going to stay in the white gold, and we've got this one going out for $39.99. But wait, we're going to do better, because we've got a huge value. Top of the hour is coming. We've got the big Tanzanite earrings on the way that are very special. And then here we go with this really incredible opportunity on a fancy cut round. And even the way that this, did you notice this side is lacking a prong? Part of the design is what's coming up and meeting with the stone to give you that luxury look there. And then we've got that gorgeous veil, which almost looks like not utilitarian at all. Really part of the design itself there in the bail, which is over here on the right side of your screen. We're going to do that for better than even 3? How about 2? How about, well, let's make it better than $1,500. That's going to be $12.99. Just the one. And $12.99 only in the white gold. So that'll be our designer amethyst piece, a large, impressive, and big, bold style for you if you are loving the amethyst the way I do. But I can guarantee you this, we have got the best amethyst out there. Nobody's going to bring you a quality that we do, and we're so proud of that. So big moment there. And of course, our last couple of minutes of this hour are here in front of us. So we will have that top of the hour Tanzanite deal. I've got some previews of what's coming up this weekend. Want to remind you, we started with a blue zircon for under $1,000 in gold. This is our blue zircon ring. If you'd like to go ahead and pick that up. We have this really incredible cat's eye. It's a cat's eye chrysoberyl. This was the ultimate ballerina mounting, and that is only, that's $13.99 if you'd like that. Gorgeous, bright, bright. We've never seen a green quite like that. Never. Never in the chrysoberyl. And we've had a number of them, but that's a good one there. So we've got that for $13.99. The pendant for $12.99. The blue zircon, only $9.99. So some very bright, beautiful, eye-catching gems here. No doubt about it. And some very best of quality. It's like best in show. But we have got, it's always tough to say in this show what's the best of the day, because it just depends on what you like. But we've got all the greatest values. There's that blue zircon. So believe it, $9.99, only $12.99 on this pendant. Again, going to go in that vertical fashion when it's on your neckline. There is the cat's eye chrysoberyl round. Stunning. So welcome into our big, big, big Thursday night. Glad you're with us tonight. So what a thrill to bring you sale event opportunities even without a sale. Yeah, it's exactly what we do, so that you can get those savings every single day. It's why we ask you to tune in, because you never know what kind of big values you're going to get, and that top of the hour is on the way. Don't forget to get requests in as well. We'd love to help you with requests if you have anything at all you're looking for. This Tanzanite is the main event. That is the most saturated emerald cut I have. Classic setting style. That looks exactly, I kid you not, I thought we copied this from Harry. And you know, Winston, that one. That is just ultimate high level, so stunning. Our own blue wing, not even, I don't care what designer you're going into, nobody has blue wing block D outside of TVON. So we're excited to bring that to you. Look at this new Mandarin we're going to see. It's a round, looks like an engagement ring, but with Mandarin. Does it not? One of the brightest. I mean, everyone's going to go, I love your orange diamond. Oh, thanks, but it's more rare. Yeah, Mandarin garnet is. It was only discovered in 1991. So we've got that on the way. Plus, we're going to see a new hoop. Hoops are usually something that would debut only on the weekend, but we are so limited. I had this drop earring yesterday that sold out. Look at this. We've got a new hoop, and those are princess cut hoop earrings. We haven't seen anything like this in a very long time, but we haven't done the single row ever. So we're going to see those on the way. Those are huge individual princess cut diamonds as well. Let me know if you have any questions about anything on that wheel. $9.99, $12.99, $13.99. Here come the sapphire. I've got the big, this is the big yellow sapphire, and it's amazing to see it in yellow, because to see that color giving contrast like it does when it's in a bright, beautiful, saturated yellow gold, and yet to see that stone be brighter than the yellow gold it's set in, I think tells you something about that stone. It's 1128-245. It's our big carat 77 yellow sapphire. You know, you may want to consider this over yellow diamond. I always advocate that, because anybody who says, I love your yellow diamonds, but they're still a little bit out of your budget, yellow sapphire is a great way to go in certain circumstances. And with this unheated, you go really ultimately rare. It's a carat 77 stone, 53 points is the diamond weight around it as well, but they're all set into the band. So you have a very sleek setting style and a lot of gold. And that yellow is popping, as bright as a yellow diamond could ever be. but with durability similar, because you're not giving that up either. Diamonds are a 10, sapphires are right behind it at a 9. So whatever you can put a diamond through, you can put a sapphire through as well. And you've got a carat 77 in that stone, but really remarkable to see that it is natural through and through and unheated. Here's what it looks like on the hand. And give me a call if you have any questions. We did see a big yellow diamond earlier, but it was still $5,000. That's not going to work for everybody. This one's not $5,000 even with that. Look at the vibrance. Look what that does in movement. When you see the way the light hits that stone and it just sets it ablaze. It's got an electricity like our best yellow diamonds do. And yet it's not 49, 39, 29. I will blow this out right now. We got to move it real quick. We have 2 minutes left until our top of the hour comes along. Top of the hour is going to be all about Tanzanites today. We've got a top of the hour that is Tanzanite earrings, 2 minutes only. 2 minutes. You have 2 more minutes to wait. They will be here. And they are stunning. I know. They're a really rare cut that we don't hardly ever see, and they're a trillion. So think trillion. We got a really, really good way to get them for you, and they're affordable. They're going to be a great gift idea, too, if you want to enjoy others to get. Maybe you want to be the one that allows others to have Tanzanite of the best quality. We're going to bring those to you, but let's make this $1,999. And if you need a blue, that's my blue. I got a blue sapphire here. What else do we have? We had an outrageous pink last night that was quite beautiful, but again, sold. Everything sold. So that's how tonight's going to go, too. We're just playing catch up here. We've got 1 hour done, 2 hours to go. Lots and lots and lots to share with you. Your requests are welcome. Let me know if there's anything you'd like to have up here on the screen for you. If I can put something on sale, please say the word so we can bring it to you at that great value. And then more importantly, give you that money back guarantee as well. That's really important. I know there's a certain contingency always of people that just will not shop unless they have that money back guarantee, and I get that. So we certainly have that right back for you. Haven't seen that available for you in the last several months. So nice to have that back for you as well as you shop these incredible deals. And that is our yellow sapphire. Now the same mounting is here with a rarer, because yeah, it's an imperial that's pink. And that one's even more rare because imperial is being one source and always all natural, always unheated and treated, but this is our cushion cut. 112-3300 is the item number. The mounting's the same. This time it's in white gold, and it's got our diamonds set within 53 points as well, but you're going to get a carat 24 cushion cut pink imperial. So that ultimate high level rare. You don't get a lot of imperials that give you pinks. Sometimes if it is, it'll just be a little bit of like a 10% kiss of pink in the golden colors. This is totally pure pink all the way through. It's like looking at a great pink sapphire that would be rare, but instead you get it with all this amazing rarity of having a rarest of the imperial. And rare, the imperial is already rare, so like they're all rare, we know that. And then as you get into different colors, they become more rare. I wanted to welcome you to the show. If you just now tuned in, glad you're with us tonight. It's Thursday night. I'm Lauren Blair. This is TVON. We have 2 hours left on our Thursday Together Live. I hope that you will call me because I would love to hear from you. My phone number is right there, so you can call us with requests. Tell us if you'd like to see something from earlier. Check out the new we have. We have a big top of the hour. As soon as I show you and share with you this price tag, we're going to discount this too on the fabulous imperial. We're going to get to some Tanzanite studs that are really cool. So, and very affordable, but very limited as well, which is why they're here tonight. So we'll take a look at this real quick. Got to move the imperial, and we will. And we'll bring it down to just, well, it started at $59.99. Now it gets to be a lot better than that. All you have to do, though, is dial, and this is a mounting you know. So we'll try it on the hand here so you can see that wider cigar band style. Slightly concave, which means it dips down in the middle just to set that stone more level so that it's not perched up too high, get in the way of things. Then you've got your diamonds also set into the gold. This is less than $2,000. My yellow sapphire was just $19.99. Now we go with a more rare stone, and this is not $19. It's not $18.99. I'll make it $18.88. First caller right now. That's it. We got to move it. And then it's Tansy time, at least part one of Tansy time. Don't forget we had diamond pendants for $4.99 earlier. Alexandrite for under $1,000. Blue zircon ring. Amethyst pendant. Cat's eyes, turquoise earrings, yellow diamonds. All tennis bracelets, all in this first hour. That you definitely want to call and check on those pieces and their availability because they all go before the night is over, which is happening in 2 hours. So want to make sure you call very quickly to get in on those values that you may have missed. And let's get into our top of the hour. Big, big time value. This is brand new right now. So only you all, and there's a few of you here tonight that are going to be privy to this and nobody else will be. Everyone else is going to miss the boat on one of the most incredible Tanzanite opportunities we've ever had. This is a fancy cut trillion. done in the most unique style. This is called that martini setting, which only makes sense for a trillion given that it has 3 sides and therefore 3 corners. And you've got this earring that is going to be your choice here of yellow, white, or rose. Now, they're all derived from the same museum reserve we love, but here's the thing. I've shown you some big stones here through the last several years. There are some 20 and 30 carat stones that just tend to be, I think that we've all agreed that they might be a little bit out of the budget. So we have now, they're no longer here. We've sacrificed them. We basically cut them down. We've had our cutters take those bigger stones and cut them into smaller stones to give you an opportunity like this so we can have something affordable for gifting, for those of you that are trying to match up for like collections or suites or sets, or maybe you love your ring already and you need an earring to go with it, or you love your pendant, you need an earring to go with it. This is the same material we love to see, but in a trillion cut, and it's gonna be 112-9214, and we've only got a couple pairs to go around, and remember, you are gonna choose your gold colored. Lovely to see them in the yellow, which is a little bit more unique to see, because it's not what we always have. Usually our Tanzanites are set in white gold to start, and then you usually get that choice. This is where you are gonna get that choice, and yet centered post butterfly backing, and amazing for gifting. Oh, the number of questions I get every day from people who say, I love my blue wing, but I'm not going to spend $5,000 to get a blue wing ring for my best friend. She loves Tanzanite. She's admired mine. I want her to experience it. But at the same time, if it's a giftable situation, we probably don't want to spend $5,000, $6,000, $7,000. This would be a perfect way to celebrate a gifting moment. It's 75 points total weight in Tanzanite at least. So that means you figure each stone's going to be close to 40 points or so, but 75 points the minimum, which you're seeing here. Total weight, yellow, white, or rose, and then here is your backing. And I love it. The design is actually, look how saturated those are. Look at that. How many times do you look at a stone from the side profile and see sparkle and brilliance? From a profile view. And mirror finishing of the gold, and look at the inside with that centered post. I'm going to try one on. I am so proud of these. The way that it's like the mirror finishing of the gold and the prongs is also adding to the decorative nature of the earring. It's giving it a little wow factor, so it gives it a little more size. These would be also a candidate to wear in a centered up, like primary piercing if you've got 1 or 2 or 3. Honestly, this is one of those versatile styles you can put in just about any piercing you have up the ear, because the size is versatile enough to work just in a number of places on your lobe, and they are not going to be anywhere near that $999 mark that I think we can all agree would probably get them out the door at $999. They are not going to be. Let's take another look at them close up, and we're going to give you that value. And again, take them. Maybe you want to get more than one pair. Maybe you've got a couple of daughters you want to share them with, maybe granddaughters who you want to maybe get their first pair of fine jewelry. Whatever it is, this is going to be a very versatile style with that lively purple, blue, and red. And they still have that red flash and presence to them, don't they? Because they're still blue wings. I hesitate to call them museum reserves because technically those are the bigger stones that we set aside early on. Again, this is still cut from that material though. So that's why you're getting, because we all know that usually the smaller stones aren't going to have nearly the power or the saturation level that some of the bigger stones are capable of, because the bigger stones have more depth to them. They have a little more room for faceting. This still brings it to you. And a versatile earring, maybe this is your everyday. Maybe those diamond earrings that maybe have seen better days because maybe you bought them a while ago and they're a little bit, maybe they're not the quality you're loving now that you're into VS material and really high-end quality gems. This is how you add that super quality in Tanzanite. And I think we need to do a little bit better, because I'm not seeing anybody ready to go on the phone lines yet at $9.99 when there's a trillion display like you see here. And of course, what do you get from a trillion? More fire. More brilliance. Are they still going to look great because you've got an oval? Yes. They're going to still work back to your emerald cuts and your ovals and your cushions and all the rest of the designs we've had. But that's the challenge. If you're going elsewhere, somebody just told me this. They went somewhere else and they said, I literally looked, I went to every store in the mall and I went to several jewelry stores and they all had Tanzanite, and I wanted just one pair of earrings to go with my ring from you guys. And I couldn't find anything, and I talked myself out of it because they weren't the same color. So they weren't gonna match. They were too light, they were too lilac, they were too pastel. Well, isn't that the big challenge? If you're shopping anywhere else, certainly there's gonna be a Tanzanite earring available somewhere else. on the market, but is it going to match your blue wings? That's why we actually sacrificed one of the bigger stones to utilize and cut these smaller gems so we could bring you the earring you need to match everything you have. That's the idea here. We're going to take it lower than $9.99. We've got only a few to go around. I'm going to have to take them lower because we need to get them sold out. We've got to get them out the door. We've only got a couple available anyways. We've only got so many match pairs of trillions, so this is how we do it. Instead of $9.99 or $8.88, I don't know what it's going to take tonight, but we're going to figure that out together. That's why we do these shows live, is so we can really figure it out, and I am going to make sure they're a value you love that's going to send every pair out, and instead of $7.77 or $6.99, and look, I'm not scared. I'll come in real close. Look at that. It's like you're traveling through another galaxy, looking at the color and the beauty, and this is why a lot of us love trillions. A lot of us love trillions because of that. The sparkle, the spray of light, the colors that you get, the dynamics that come through, and we're busy because they're $6.99. Let me take them lower than that. We're going to send them out. I only have a couple pairs to go around. That's why they're here on a Thursday night. Can't put these on the weekend shows when we got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people watching. Got to put them on a weeknight when maybe people are watching something else. Got to do it. And now I get to take the top of the hour and test. Because when I tell you that these are supposed to be $699 and that's it, that's our best TVON price. Let me help you with the best low price. I don't think that's going to do it. That's not going to sell them out, and I need to sell these out. So we're not going to do $6.99. Forget about that. Put that in the past. They could be $9.99. They could be $6.99. All great values, but when it comes to selling them out tonight on this Thursday, we got to do better. And maybe if I get the price low enough, you can get more than one, and you can have one for everybody on your list who loves jewelry, who wants Tanzanite, who also is December birthday, because you know they added this to the December birthstone list, right? So this qualifies as a December birthstone now. And it's not $5.99, $4.99. What do you think? Solid gold? The findings alone are hundreds of dollars, and we're not going to do $499 either. Jason, how many pairs would you like? We've already got 3 pairs gone. I've got another one over here. That's 4 pairs gone. You've got 2? Okay, so we've got a white and a yellow, 3 over here and 1 over here. So 3 plus 2 plus 1, that's 6 pairs. At $4.99, they're signed up and said yes. White and yellow, that's so smart. That's so smart. That's how I do things with earrings, especially when you have, if you have more than one piercing, and I know some of you do, you can get more than one and stack them up the ear. Stack them up, put them on together, give them away as gifts, donate them to those charity events that are coming up for the holiday season where you know it's going to be on that silent auction and it's going to be the one that you donated that gets all the money for the charitable cause. This is how you do it. It's not $4.99. Let's get them out the door. They are not going to be $4.50 or $4.40. They're almost sold out. They're almost gone. I need more. I hate that I'm so limited with quantities. I can't stand it. I know we could sit here. If we were anyone else, we'd sit here and sell them all night long. But that would only happen if they were ordinary, basic, everybody can get them Tanzanite. Because we only have that upper tier quality, we can only sell what we have here. That is it. Let's make them $399 a pair. It's an all-out giveaway tonight. There is nothing else like, I can't, so I'm in downtown LA every day. Why am I in downtown LA every day? Because that's where the jewelry district is. The number 2 largest, the second largest jewelry district in all of this country is in downtown LA. I got to drive through it every single day anyways. And I have a business of my own. So I go through it every day. I have to work there every day from basically the morning hours. So gym, downtown, work, and then work my way back. So this is how it works. I am there with A&A. A&A is a great wholesale supplier. If you ever need, like if you're in the business and you make your own jewelry, go to A&A. They're fabulous. A&A is the best for findings. That's all they do is sell volume of findings. That's all they do. They will sell studs like this, meaning the findings for the stud, that's the prong, the basket, and the backing. They will sell those. If you're buying in tremendous volume, it has to be 1,500 units or more. It's a lot of earrings, 1,500 pairs of earrings, and they're still over $300 for just the findings. Just the findings, not the Tanzanite. You have to supply and figure out your own stones to put inside. That's just for the gold. So now we're doing $399 for what are the best Tanzanites in the world. There is no disputing that. That is not something I say because it sounds good. That's the truth. These are the best Tanzanites ever mined, D-block mine, but the specialty vein of that D-block known as blue wing. They're trillion cuts, which give you the dazzle. They give you the light. They give you that beautiful look. I'll tell you right now, for $399, you get 2 or 3 pairs, just like it sounds like everybody's doing on the lines right now. So we can't get anyone through at the moment. We're very busy on the lines. $399 is incredible. Incredible. You just take them and ask questions later. Don't, but the more you sit there and go, I don't know, should I not? I don't know why they do that, how they do that, why they make them so affordable. How can that be as good as it looks on TV? Oh my gosh, you got to just pick up the phone and have faith. This is what we do. This is why we are the fastest growing network in the universe, because we do values like this. And we don't bring you the token requisite, basic, elementary style pieces. We don't just bring you the basic material. It's not the ordinary. It's not the really low quality block C that's out there right now. It is the best, and it's only here through us. So it's time to take advantage of it, please. And you've got to, so it sounds like most people are taking more than one pair, and we're going to make this really simple with 60 more seconds to go. That is it. So a final call at $3.99. Thank you so much. I'm glad you love them. They are a very important earring, and they'll go with all your bluing pieces. And if you still need one, we got them coming up. We got a great ring coming up. Really good ring. Emerald cut, my own favorite. I know. They were going to save, the emerald cut. I said, no, just bring it out. Bring it out on Thursday. Let me work some magic with it. So we're going to have an emerald cut stone coming up a little bit later for you. It's a nice size. It's a 6 carat, but I'm going to have to do some work a little fairy dust magic on a price tag. And then we're going to have our Mandarin. Our big copper bearing stone is here. We do have a great deal on a conch pearl if you want one of the rarest stones in the world. Got one of those coming up for you in a ring. And then anything, I would love requests if you have them. Please get those in. Don't feel like you have to wait and hope that I might show you what you're looking for. We have got them coming up. So we have got anything you need. Plus there's the really, really rare purple pink diamond certified by GIA. So we'll share that with you as well, so you can see that. And keep calling on the, look at that purple diamond. Wow. It stops me in my verbal tracks, because I helped one of the most famous men in the world buy a purple diamond many years ago. And sorry, I always get emotional when I think about it because he's no longer with us. But this is 112-1918. Yes. Again, sure. Studs on the ear again. Let me go ahead and grab one, take off my earring, then we'll show it again. Item number is 112-9214 again on the stud, so we can see everything with it, because I don't want you to be confused as to which stone this is. All right, so let's take a look at this. This is our stud earring. There you go. So that's what they look like in the trillion cut stud there, you can see. Isn't that great? So you get that 75 points, again, total weight. We always measure in total weights on our studs. So 75 points gives you about 37 points or more each, because that is a minimum carat weight, and they are $3.99, and you can see them right there. And the way they're sparkling next to diamonds, I mean, the Tanzanite sparkling more. Yes, they are. And you get that beautiful trillion, which is known for giving divine sparkle as well. Plus that setting, I love that they don't sit up too high. It's a lower setting basket, so it doesn't stick out too much. It doesn't get in the way of things. It's not going to get caught up and tangled in hair. And that is how you wear a stud every day. Every day, maybe first piercing, second, third, fourth. I think you could work these all the way up the ear. So $3.99 only. Let's go back to our wheel. We're going to get into this purple diamond deal for you, which is really elite. This is 112-1918. It does have a GIA cert. So you're not just getting me saying it's a purple diamond. How about the experts, who that's what they're paid to do, is grade and certify diamonds. That's what the GIA gemologists do. And people like us pay really good money to have those folks give you one of these, the certificate. This is the GIA cert on the center stone. It is a cut-cornered rectangular modified brilliant square. It is square because you can see there, well, almost square. It's 3.5 by 2.9, but it looks for the world like square. 22 points on the center, fancy purple pink. The lead color is the more dominant, and not every of the colored diamonds certified has the word fancy with it. This one does. So that's very important, because that is what an appraiser is going to see, and immediately your value goes up. So you also have a natural color, of course, that's all we do. And then here you have all the little nitty-gritty details, like good polish, good symmetry, no fluorescence, which is good. Inscribed, yes, so the cert number, and I know this looks a little different when you see it here, because they use kind of a standard diagram. It's more square than this shows, but what they do is they use that to map out the clarity characteristics, where they are in the stone from front and back. So this is an SI2, doesn't really matter on a stone this size, because you're not going to see inclusions. If you can, you have got some super natural, crazy good eyesight. You're not going to be able to. That's not what this is about. This is still certified because we want you to know everything about your diamond, but it's not about getting a dirty diamond. That's not the case here. The color is what's important, and the color is what you have. That is such a remarkable rarity here. 22 points, and then you've got 5 points in pink for the first halo, double halo around that, so triple halo in total, 69 points in diamonds, and a split shank. Where are my collectors? Where are my diamond collectors? How about the colored diamond collectors? Those who want something incredibly special and rare. This is how you go, because out of all the colors we bring, and I brought you a number of diamonds in the world here at TVON, from blues to greens to chameleons to yellows to oranges to champagnes to fawns to cognacs. And now we have really one of the rarest of them all, which is our purple pink. Such an outstanding stone, and a good size at nearly 1/4 of a carat, because if that were 3 points larger, which it looks visually like all day, but if it were 3 points larger in actual size, can you imagine where that value would be? It would skyrocket. So now we get to bring it even lower than, oh, I don't like it for $99.99. That's the sale price that would have been 10% off, and I bet you're wishing you still had 10% off, right? That'd be $89.99. Please use me as your sale discount ticket into value, because it's not going to be $89.99. That's all I got to say. You could have bought it from me 3 days ago, requested I could have brought it out for $99.99, taken $1,000 off, and you would have been thrilled. But it's not $89.99. I've got a better value. Cert's coming with it. You get all of that. You get the cert, you get this mounting, which also has 74 points in diamonds in addition to your 22-point center. Here's what it looks like on the hand, and it won't be $89.99 any longer. Got a brand new value for you, and look how strong a color that is from a long way away. From a distance, only gets better, only gets brighter. And now we take it even lower than 8,000, 7,000, 6,000. I can't get it any better than that, or can I? I got to make sure I do whatever it takes to get it out the door, because everything will go tonight, just like actually last night, every single piece sold. I don't think it's ever happened in a show. And yet last night, the first night coming off a sale event, every piece gone. Everything gone. How does that happen? Value. A value story that makes it even better than when you're shopping a sale. You have to understand that's how I'm working this week. It's a transition. You can't just go, it's like anything else. When you're learning how to swim, you're not going to go into the middle of the Atlantic and go jump off a boat and try. You got to learn in the kiddie pool, and you got to go from there. And you got to work your way up. We just can't go from extreme savings, where it went on for like 3 months, into like normal pricing. So I'm continuing to put everything on sale to just, even though there's no banner there, you are getting the sale values and the sale prices that you cannot leave here, especially when this is the most important stone I have to show you tonight, and it's not even going to be 6,000 or 5,000. It's $49.99 for a true, you saw the cert, fancy purple pink. Obviously, the pinks are right next to it. Look at the difference. I don't know how we could make this any more clear visually. There's the purple, look what's beside it and all the way around it. Those are pinks. The pinks are next to it. The purple in the center has absolutely no similar color trait to what's beside it and what's around it. So if you need a little more, besides just the cert and in writing like that, if you need a little more indication that that's a true purple, look no further than what's beside it in the halo. The pinks are in the halo and the purple is in the center, and that's how you rock your big purple diamond. Grab it if you love it, $49.99. It's a huge value. You're saving another $4,000 off of where it would have been during the sale. So I can't make it any more explicit or clear than that. You've got a big extra savings to take advantage of right there and now, and that is $49.99. Okay, so we've got our last call now on these few minutes until we get to something very special. That Tanzanite will be coming up. We're going to do our big emerald cut at the top of next hour, which is only about 39 minutes away. Also have those hoop earrings debuting, and here is the Conch Pearl. 112-6027. That will go. Everything will. That's how it goes. Take a look, though, and a lot of people are going to wait and join us probably in those last 10 minutes just because of the scheduling of sports tonight. So given that is a really big deal. So what we're going to do right now is just hope that you can get on these values before everybody comes screaming in at the end, because that is the Conch Pearl, 77 point, and it's around, and consistency is always key. If you want to get something done in life, you want consistency. Nothing happens overnight. There is no overnight success. There is no such thing as overnight. Really, again, you gotta be consistent with anything. Well, consistency is also key in gemstones like the conch pearl, because what a lot of the conch pearls do, considering they're natural and they grow within inside the mollusk, what a lot of them do is they will have those variants of color. So they'll go from lighter to darker and lighter to color, and that's pretty. It almost looks like it's marbleized, if you will, and yet that's very common. And I can't say common really because it's not a common stone, but you get the idea. A lot of times, because the stones are so rare and they go through so much to even find one stone, a lot of times you're going to see one that's a little off shape. It's going to be, remember, we don't facet these. We don't help them out. They are the shape they are when they come out of the big queen conch sea snail shell. So when you see this stone, you see the consistency of that brighter color red, not a light white, not a light pink, not an even lighter classic pink. It's got that real true red. That's a more rare version. 77 points and 10 points in diamonds as well. And we've got, look at this, some great rope texture on the side here as well. You've got that little detail. It's actually a little bit of bead setting, a big diamond on either side. This almost vintage. We don't sell used jewelry, so when we see vintage style, it's just that. It's style. It's not old or used or worn. It's, I want you to be the first and only wearer of the piece, and not necessarily only ever, but first wearer, yes, because then you're not worried about, is it beat up? Is it scratched? Is it seen better days? Is the shank already worn thin in the back? No, you don't need to worry about any of that. It's all new jewelry for you. But there's our platinum piece with that gorgeous conch pearl with those reds. Here's what it looks like on. And I always marvel at people who do sell estate jewelry, because there's a lot of it out there, and they don't talk about condition. And I always worry, is that, and you guys will have to tell me, because I'm not a big buyer of estate or vintage pieces, but I'm always curious, do people not care about the condition? Do we just understand it? We understand it's going to be scratched and beat up, or it might be missing stone. Do we just, I don't know how that works, because I always marvel at people who sell used jewelry, and they're not talking about, is it like an A, B, C, D quality? They're not talking about it. It's amazing to me. But here we are with, again, new. So I'm glad we don't need to worry about that. I just give you all you need to know about these stones, diamonds, and the metals they're in, and any workmanship details and design detail and elements that went into it. But that is one of the rarest stones you will ever see, which is probably why it's so shocking to see it under $5,000 today when it is this rare, because actually it's going even less than 5 or 4. I've never had a conch pearl ring sell this affordably. And you're probably saying, how could you make a statement like that? You telling me you remember every conch pearl you've ever sold? Yeah, I do, because they're that rare. Haven't even had any of them previous to TVON in the last couple of years. It's something that is that scarce in the world of gems. And yet this one is not going to be even $4,000, $3,000, $2,000. A $19.99 piece, when that could do it, but I will take it lower. And if you have wanted to own a more affordable version, but nothing is wrong with it. It's not smaller in size. It's not lacking in color. It doesn't have a weird, oblong, odd shape. This is the one. This is it. And it's not even $1,500. It is only $14.99 to one caller. And that's exactly why that one's going to go. Because you've never seen, we've had a pendant once, but it was a much smaller stone. This is giving you a lot of platinum, some diamonds around it, keeping the diamonds minimal, yes, but really why not let that stone be the star? That's the color, that's the shape, that's the quality you want to shine through, and it is. And $14.99, one caller, let's give it 30 seconds, that's going to go. We love a good conch pearl, and they are crazy rare and beautifully limited. But that is exquisite, is it not? And there's a few designer elements there for sure, that if you know and you've got your finger on the pulse of great designer jewelry, you probably are recognizing how amazing those little details, like just a little extra beadwork around the edges of that lacy-like centerpiece, the beadwork down the sides, how that can look and how that really amplifies it, doesn't it? So $14.99 on that one. All right, let's move on. We got the big color change spine here. It's a 4-carater. Got a beauty here. Look at this one. There's the 4-carat. That is so lively. Let's just show this. This is one that not going to be for everybody, but it is a really large stone in the spine. I love that it's the oval because it's going to give you an even bigger look, and it's already a huge stone. And then how about this new mounting with those sideways, or I'll say slanted baguettes that you have? And they're amongst 2 halos in round brilliance too. So you're still getting your round brilliance. You're getting the tapered baguettes. There's more diamond weight down the sides as well, like a full carat 08. And everything is done here in 84, 64, in 18 karat solid gold. It's almost like the stones are 2 in 1, because I feel like the faceting top and bottom on the oval are showing up very differently than the faceting through the center. It's still all one oval. It's a huge 4-carat 03, which is one of our largest we've ever had in the speen category. And then you get the diamond weight at 108. All 18 carats. So that's a newbie for us. What an exciting moment to get a color change speen like that out to you. How about this? Can we show you the inside? Because that's finished as well. That's what that looks like. So you see how it's actually set up, elevated, like think of a platform, and how it's elevated above that platform. So you can still add rings to it. I don't think it needs anything else with it, but if you wanted to, you could. Here's what it looks like on the hand. What a big centerpiece that is. Look at that. That's some specialty material. And you know what the big beef is with this stone? You and I have talked about it. Sometimes when you go further away, they get too dark. It's a darker green. I mean, you can't fault it. Look at that. It's a darker green stone. So you look for one that doesn't go too dark, because if it goes too dark, it takes away from all the dispersion and brilliance, which we also applaud this stone for. One of the most highly dispersive stones on the planet. 403, 108 in diamonds. Let's get it a home, shall we? One only supposed to be $19,999. Let's try something else. That ain't gonna work. We got a major value here. This is the moment. It's the moment. One caller, one collector. If you're thinking, oh, I don't know if I'm a collector, you can be, and you will be. And if you've been waiting for one of the best and brighter, this is from our vault collection. You don't see anything like this anywhere else. I'll never forget when I debuted this stone. It's still the proudest crowning achievement of my gem world, is when I introduced this stone to the world. Nobody knew it existed until I had it here on TV. It hit the airwaves first. For those that go pish-posh to home shopping, we can do worldwide debuts on stones that nobody even knew existed. And this is not going to be $99.99. We may already have it gone. It may already be claimed. It is that rare. When you see one this good, you take advantage. Take a look at it. Yes, go ahead. This is not going to be $99.99. We'll go even lower than that. This is the moment where, and when I had the original material, the rejected stones ended up somewhere else at more money. Well, now we've got the newer supply. This is like the newer collection, what came out of the ground more recently, that is so much even better and brighter. And it will not be even $9,999, half off, not good enough. Taking it even lower for you. There is only one. It's in solid white gold. It does stay in the white gold, but we're going to size that for you to whatever you need. But it is go time, collectors. We got the moment here for you. And if you need that conch pearl, you can get it for $14.99. How about that purple diamond? Don't wait on the purple diamond. Don't wait on the collectible conch pearl. Those are two pieces any collector would be proud to have. I know. So I just realized what I did to you. I'm showing you too much museum all at the same time, aren't I? That's what I'm doing. You can't go from purple diamond to conch pearl to color change speen. It's like way too much, right? It's the ultimate museum. And yet this will not be $99. Let's take it even lower. How about $4,999? And you could buy the mounting for the same price and have no stone, or you can just get it now with the big 403 in the center for free. Now that's how you do it. So $49.99, and that's going to be for one caller, and that one's going to go. No question about it. Take a look at that stone. How bright and beautiful it is. Not lacking anything in all the dispersion we want. I promise we'll leave the museum after this. We will. We will. I know. We got to take you to some diamonds. But that is the speen to own. Magical. It feels like magic is what it really feels like. And set up on that platform, and look at how clean it is. That's the beauty of it. It tends to be it could be a very included stone, especially in the larger sizes you're getting out there. Like anything over a carat, tends to be more included. This one is not. There's nothing getting in the way of that fire and brilliance, and that's what we like to see. So first caller, $4,999, the ultimate high-end collectible. Don't forget about the conch pearl or the purple diamond. Purple diamond was the same price. 22-point purple diamond is here for $49.99, GIA certified, or you may get that fabulous, fabulous conch pearl, $14.99. Yellow sapphire, imperial topaz, the round cat's eye from earlier. Those are some of the pieces we still have remaining today. And let's do a quick little wheel before we go, because that Tanzanite's coming up in 30 minutes, our big Tanzanite du jour. They're just, I had like 6 of them yesterday. I've got 1 ring today. Just one. 1 ring. And you're about to see why. Why would I have one? It's very strategic. And it's because nothing's going to be able to top what I'm going to do for the value at the top of the hour. Now, speaking of some top quality, Look at this. Oh, you guys didn't reset this like I asked. Okay, never mind. We're not going to show that. That one hasn't been reset yet. Okay, so let's skip that one. I'll toss it. And then we're going to show you just a couple really important stones here. How about an emerald or a pink sapphire? These are from kind of my classics collection, if you will, where we're going pink sapphire in a stunning, ooh, that's an emerald cut. And it is lovely, unheated, by the way. And then this is the emerald. So the only thing we're missing is a blue sapphire. We'll hold off on the blue sapphire till a little later. Let's just give these two a little bit of love here. Unheated pink sapphire, or there's a 74-point emerald cut pink sapphire, rather 102 on the pink sapphire. 74 points is the emerald. Should have figured, because that emerald's going to look a lot bigger than it weighs, and you have that happening here. Now, a couple of different setting styles. Let's see. We've got the two-tone gold for the pink sapphire, so a yellow gold setting for the center, white gold the rest of the way. Then you've got your platinum setting, and that's going to be, so this is all 18. So if you like gold, you go here. This is platinum. That's going to be our emerald, really deep, rich color there. Pear-shaped stone, 74 points, 35 points in the diamonds. That'll be the baguettes, and some rounds, all combining together. Now, 2 pieces, 1 price. Can we get them out the door? That is a big question. That is a big if tonight, as we are halfway through our broadcast on our Thursday night. Welcome on in. Glad you're with us tonight. Let me know if you have any requests or anything you'd like to see from earlier. But right now, it's all about the emerald and the pink sapphire. This to me looks like an engagement ring in waiting. People are, now you're probably going, are you kidding me? Don't we do diamonds? Of course, you can do diamonds, but you can do whatever the heck you want. Isn't that the great news with jewelry? It's like fashion. There are no rules. You can do what you want. Do what you like, what suits you. And sometimes I'm the crazy one who kind of, I like doing something a little different. I like that. I think that we are, as individuals, I think we are not obligated, certainly, but I think it's our prerogative to really feel and look like individuals and I don't think we need to conform to what society says we have to do. I don't think that there's any such thing. I think there are certain things, like with laws and rules, like when you drive, there are certain laws you need to abide by and rules you need to live by, and probably a big problem and consequences if you don't. And then there are other things in life, like fashion, jewelry. You can take some liberties. You can have some fun. You don't have to abide by any set guideline or rule. And I think with jewelry, that is where we see classics here brought to the forefront with really important stones, but still very wearable designs you have. And we'll take it on lower, because I know we got to get these out the door, and there's our pink sapphire and our emerald too, and really the categories of the big 3 here. And we're going to take them down right now to $999 a piece, whichever one you want, and that's 18 karat gold, and that's platinum. And you've got your 102. Let me put up the graphics, 8576 for the pink sapphire, so you can take a look at it, because this has not been on the air very often and certainly started at much more money. So $24.99 ring is now $9.99. The choice is yours. I know it's odd to see 2. There were going to be 3, but I'm going to scrap the gold quartz, because that's not something we need to see. Anything that's not perfect, I don't need to try and sell it to you. There's just no point. I'm here to really talk about great quality stones. If there's anything ever that's not, if it's a little amiss, I'm not going to show it to you. So there we are with our 102. That's the hot pink sapphire emerald cut. Now, to think that it's that hot a color without receiving any heat or any treatment whatsoever, that's impressive. Let me try it on for you. It's a more petite ring. This is not meant to be the huge ring. It's not meant to be the big size. It's just meant to be an everyday wearable classic that still showcases one of the top hot pink stones we have. And it's right there. So that's $9.99. Then you can feel free, if you want to stack with it, you can. It's got the 2 tones in the 18 karat, mostly white, and then the yellow. Here's the emerald on the hand, which we'll show you next. That's going to be item number 1128,700. That is our platinum setting, stays in platinum. A great looking emerald. It's a smaller size right now, but we'll take care of the sizing for you. That's our 74-point emerald with the 35 points in the diamonds, and they will be $9.99. Your choice of. Get ready. We're going to have a big top of the hour in 25 minutes. I've got our diamond earrings next for you, which are new and very exciting, because we got a big diamond weight among big stones. It's kind of the cool part about it. We sometimes see small stones that total a big diamond weight, and big stones that have a small diamond weight. And why is it always that it falls into one of those 2 categories? Well, let me show you how we can bring you the hoop that has it all. I'm calling it the everything hoop, because this is a princess cut. So there's no higher end diamond to get than a VS princess cutting. An omega back style hoop. A brand new design in white, yellow, or rose that is intended to match the band ring that I had not so long ago that hundreds of you picked up on, because the only thing we'll have quantity on is diamonds. And I wish I had hundreds of the hoops, but the truth is they are such big stones that we don't have many of these to go around either. It is brand new right now, 112-9047. Welcome into Thursday night. We are here with you live, and we're so excited to bring you the upgrade. Because when we see really important diamond bands, it's going to be princess cuts every time. This is the difference here. We've got a 86-point diamond weight. So what do I mean by big stones in a small diamond weight and small stones in a big diamond weight? Well, what isn't that just like a little, does that make anyone else's brain hurt? What I mean is simple. If you've seen our hoop earrings, a lot of times we'll see our 2 carats, our 3 carats, even our 202s, our 335s, our 235s, our 402s. That's a big diamond weight all together, but it's got small stones. Lots of little stones, lots of small, lots of little stones put together, making a big carat weight. Then if we look at just our recent example of when over the weekend I had a hoop earring that had a small diamond weight with 2 big stones. 2 big stones and a smaller diamond weight. They were 31 points each and they were 62 points total. So not the biggest diamond weight overall, but really big individual stones. It seems to be one or the other. This is where we're going to combine the 2 together, which is why I think it's the ultimate diamond hoop earring. Not to mention the high grade of the level, because the cutting is what's making a big difference here. It's princess cutting. So it's 112-9047, 86 points in diamonds in your princess cuts. They are top to bottom, start to finish, the Omega back styling, and I'll tell you right now, when I tell you that we got 4 pairs to go around, I wish I had more. I can only make 4. They're not all set yet because I don't know what the ratio is going to be, white to yellow to rose, but I want you to decide whatever your favorite gold color is, or maybe you're going to be gifting these, and look at this length, the perfect 3/4 inch length that we have for you. Take a look at this. I want to show you the measurement like I like to do here, so let me hold that straight for you right there. Here's the measurement next to the ruler. You can see how they're going to look, but you're going to get a much better viewpoint when you see them on. And they are a slight oval design because they're not as wide from side to side or front to back as they are as long. So it's going to be an oval shaped hoop, which are very attractive on. They're very sophisticated. I always think that the ovals look like fine, because I never know, sometimes even being, you know, in the jewelry business and being like a quote unquote jewelry and diamond expert, it's always, it can be tough to tell without a lot of diagnostic testing if a piece is natural diamonds or not. It can, just by looking visually. Sometimes there's some good dupes out there. With the princess cuts and the oval shape, look at that. There's just there's a perfect kind of everything about them. This is why I call them the everything. I don't think that this is a complicated or oversized. I think that we can all see the beauty of the princess cuts, which of course is a square cut that gives you the fire of a round brilliant. So the beautiful way that that's all combined is what gives you the look you're seeing here, which just is dynamic, but not too big, not too small. I don't think anyone's gonna say, I don't see an earring on her. I don't think she's wearing earrings today. There was a time I came on the ear wearing a very petite earring and everybody said, oh my gosh, the poor thing, she forgot her earrings today. Oh my goodness. And the truth is they were just small and you couldn't see them from across the room. This is that style that because they're giving you, listen to this, it's only 7 stones per earring. So each and every stone here is over a 6-point VS diamond. And they're still VS, and we wanted to show them here in the white gold because I think that's what a lot of you are gonna like to do, is because, well, the white gold shows off how white and bright the diamonds are, because if they had some ugly brown or some faint yellow to them, trust me, you'd see it. Look at them again up close. Do you see any yellow? Do you see any brown? Do you see any bit of gray or haze or body color to those diamonds whatsoever? No, you do not, because that's how we can show it off. White gold, white background. If there was anything in those stones that was less than desirable, it would be standing out like a sore thumb, as they say. This is how you get a great diamond earring. 86 points in total weight here, 14 stones overall. You see it right there, 2, 4, 6, and 7. Your lucky 7 per earring. I would put them up on the auction block if I could, because the $39.99 price is not going to be a tolerable one for a Thursday night. So let's do a little, you know, the kids used to say Throwback Thursday. I love that concept and idea. I'm going to throw these back to a different era of diamond pricing and gold, which obviously is pretty prominent here. This is a large amount of gold in this earring. This is not a little microscopic, nothing to it, little trinket. This is a big hoop, and you've got amazing mechanisms. Complicated to do. You're making an earring here that's not a stud. A stud's pretty easy because it's a prong and a basket and a post. And then you got the extra finding the backing. This is very different. You've got maneuvering, you've got actual working parts or pieces, what we call articulation, where you've got a hinge and it's got to be spring loaded so it's proper. All of that goes into this earring that makes it so high level. And yet all of that, not going to be $39.99. Let's blow them out right now. You got a big value coming your way. Notice the shared prong. So it's not about doubling up the baskets and separating the diamonds. Each diamond is set side by side by side so that it gives you that fluidity. It's like a waterfall of sparkle all the way dripping from your ears. You've heard the term dripping in diamonds. This is how you do it on the daily. It's not $39. They're not $29. They're not $19.99. Big special for today. It's our only new item of the day. That's it. I had one gorgeous drop earring yesterday. That was our only new. We have one new item today. I have one. You're looking at them. It is our big premiere. It is the ultimate level. And you know we got to put something on sale if we want to get them out the door because you guys are ruthless when it comes to what you demand in sale prices. And I love you for it. I love you for it. That's the one thing I can tell you for certainty we have in common. I demand big values. I've been doing this forever. At this point, it doesn't thrill me to just show you great jewelry. It's got to be a really ridiculously amazing value. Otherwise, it doesn't get my engine revved. It doesn't do anything for me if it's not a great value. And that's what we're providing right now for something as iconic as a diamond earring, but we're stepping up. You're stepping up. You're definitely getting a high level here because princess cuts, there's nothing else like it. Should we go even lower than $19.99? I think we might need to. Take a look. They're not going to be 19, 18, 17, 16. How about 15? Should we go even lower? I want to sell them out right now. Only got 4 to go around because I've only got so many diamonds. 14 diamonds per pair. It means we can put together 4 pairs of earrings. That's why they couldn't be here on a Saturday or Sunday. Too limited. But now I get to make sure that the price goes even better. How about $1,499? I think back to just a couple days ago. My reaction is to take 10% off and make them $1,350. Because then you'd get excited and you'd say, "Ooh, I'm getting 10% off. I can't believe." Let me do better. Let me prove to you that when I tell you the sale's on sale, when I tell you that the non-sale moment is a better sale event for you, this is what I mean. You're not paying $1,349, which would be that price tag as it should be, but 10% back. We're going to go even lower than $1,349. And if you're one of those dialing in right now, congrats, because you're doing well. You're going to get a pair where I can't guarantee that for everybody watching here tonight. It is going to be too limited to go have one go around for everybody who wants one. It's that simple. They're not $13. They're not $12.99. They're not $1,199. This is a beautiful Omega style earring. It is if you have a princess cut band. I talked to somebody today who purchased a princess cut band and is absolutely, she said, I've never been more in love with a piece of jewelry in my life than your princess cut band. I love it so much. And I'll tell you right now, if you have a princess cut band, if you have a princess cut anything, maybe you have that bracelet we did once upon a time, maybe you've got that beautiful band ring, either the single row, the double row, the triple row, the 4 row, I've had them all. If you've got princess cuts, you deserve it. You owe it to yourself to get the matching earring because there's just nothing else like it. And we won't do $11 or $10.99, 1 pair gone, 2 pairs gone. We're not even at the lowest price yet, and you are buying them up like crazy because you know a value when you see one, and they're in solid gold. I'll make them $999 a pair while they last, but 2 pairs gone halfway through the quantity tonight, and that's all I got. When they're gone, they're gone. We figured it's better to put together 4 pairs than none at all. So there they are. I know that's not a lot to go around, but it is going to be what does the deal and makes them happen for you tonight. So take advantage. I know, Jason, you got the first pair. Thank you. You've got the second pair. Yes, just confirming that what I'm seeing is what's happening. So checking right now. And again, halfway through, 60 seconds, Tony. That's all we got. I think that they may not even last that long, to be real with you. I don't know if they're going to last 60 seconds with only 2 pairs left, but that's where they're at. 3/4 of an inch, top to bottom, a little less than that in their width. That means front to back. That, of course, has that flip down. It's a spring-loaded hinge, Omega style. Doesn't actually touch the post. That's a huge advantage to you because you're never going to have your post bend or snap or warp or do something weird where it's not going to be a secure, tight fit. You always want them to be secure, and that will do it. Easy as can be to put on and take off. We have 14 minutes now till our big Tansy top of the hour comes aboard here and is going to be a great great one. We need requests as well if you've got them. Let me know what you'd like to see on the show, a category of stone, a style, or something you've seen previously, anything at all. We will bring it on out happily. You want a money-back guarantee? You got it. Jason, may I ask who is shopping with you over there? Molly. Hi, Molly. Where's Molly calling us from? That's Minnesota. Mm-hmm. Wonderful. Molly and Minnie. Tanzanite coming up, top of the hour. We will see the emerald cut. Look at that. So beautiful. Red flash, and more red flash. All coming your way. We've also got a sapphire deal. If anybody wants the ultimate in purple Paraíba, I have a 9-carat 66. Purple Paraíba stone. Man, is that good. We got some special pieces here tonight, don't we? And your requests are welcome, whatever you'd like to see on the show. $9.99. It is officially down to last call, last pair. Because, Andy, you got a pair too, right? Yes, okay, so I'm just guessing, but yep, one pair left. All right, so we'll move on. We'll rest assured those will go. Those will be sold out in no time. We do have a merengue. For the heart-shaped lovers out there, I saw this and I just smiled. You know, isn't that what jewelry should do? If your jewelry doesn't make you smile, might not be the right piece for you. Look at this. It's like a heart shape, but I'll tell you why it's going to give you a big carat weight. Because instead of doing that cleft, it's going to look all day on the hand like a heart shape because it's got the heart-shaped halo and the diamonds. But the stone itself is actually a trillion. They called it a heart shape, so even the jewelers couldn't tell. But it's a true trillion, or what you'd call a pear shape, kind of depending on if you see a corner or not. Let's call it a pear. It's a 119 stone, so it's going to have that retention of carat weight that we don't usually see with a merengue spinel. And it's going to be a 119 with 84 points in diamonds and finished on the inside. So this is just a really sweet ring here. It's 112-2241. And we have got only one pair of the earrings left. Please call if you'd like those because it's time to go. We've got the top of the hour coming up really quickly on us here. And we're going to do something really incredible for you on this big Thursday night. What a night to shop. But here's our carat 19. With 84 points in diamonds, it is again, it's a pear shape, but it looks like a heart because the heart-shaped halo with the side pave, there's your inside. Here's what it looks like on. This is the moment of truth here to see what you see when you see it from a distance away. So a really good way to get a bigger merengue. I just had to blow this out here. Just really wanted to bring this out for our merengue collectors. One of the rarest stones in the world. Certainly a spinel that's going to give you great durability. You can't be afraid to wear your spinels. They're an 8.5 in the Mohs scale. That whole spinel family gives you a tremendous amount of durability, therefore wearability as well. And we'll blow it out right now for only $2,999. There is a $50,000 opal. I just thought I'd show it to you. It's not often I have a $50,000 ring, like TVON $50,000 ring. Look at that opal. I just wanted to show it to you on the hand here. It's way big. Honestly, it's too big for most people to wear. But I just thought it's a fun piece to see. Because when you're talking about a $50,000 piece here, it should probably be a couple million somewhere else. Let's take a look at it on the hand here. Just want to show you, you know, let me take a couple hours here and do a little show and tell moment for you, because if we're just window shopping and hanging out, I just love to show you some of the best that came out tonight, and that's it. It's not really a piece that's going to be for sale because it's just that exquisite and rare, but what do you think? All the colors of that opal, look at the size of that thing. I mean, that's a big league ring. So that's one that, again, if you're looking for like the top quality opal we have, it's a 9-carat 93 Australian Lightning Ridge. It's got 238 in diamonds around it. It's 50,000. So there is that one here if you want to treat yourself to something very special. Now on the merengue front, I also have this, the bracelet. One left. Can you believe it? It's the last time we'll ever see it. And to be honest, I'm not heartbroken over it. I'm not. I'm not. I think that there's been so many times I presented this where there's never enough to go around. And we literally made one, because we have the stones to make one. And I know I upset people when I bring this out because we just never have enough of them. Look at this. Here's the merengue spinel bracelet. Just thought I'd put it up with the ring because why not? You could get the set, but you don't have to. I never force you to buy anything. But look at that. There's the bracelet. I call it merengue spinel by the yard. So it's the MSBTY. And it's also 84 points. Never mind. It's 78 points. It's 1127688. We're going to transition to the bracelet here. Last one, white gold. Let me show you the whole length of it because it's going to have adjustability. So it's one size fits most. Do you wear 7? a 7.5 or an 8. You can actually even utilize this little end cap charm. Do you see it right there, the heart shape? So it can be like an 8.25. So it can go really 7 to 8.25 if you want to use that last bit, that charm. But that is very large. Round Mahenge spinels. And it's 78 points worth. Plus you have, this makes it easier, the lobster claw closure. The adjustability is via O-ring. So you see one right there, 7, 7.5, 8, 8.25. That's how that works. And we have one, and it's $699 only. One bracelet, Mahenge spinels, and wear it, add it, layer it, stack it, put it next to we had a tennis bracelet earlier, still here. Look at this up close so you can see the stones. They're massive, and they're rounds, and of course the bezel sets are great because they look even bigger. And then if it flips and turns because it's a bracelet and you'll move, right? If you put it on your mannequin at home, fine, it won't move. But if you wear it, it's gonna move. That's why we had the genius of putting the bezels front and back open. So you've got the larger side, and if you wear it a little tighter, it will tend to sit the right way up, meaning like right side up if you want to, but for $6.99, I'd take that bracelet. So just a little option here if you want something to go with. Hey, we got a good savings on the pear shape here. I thought we'd put together the bracelet opportunity so we can do the whole set if you'd like to be just again collecting some of the best of the Mahenge out there. It's certainly a good way to do it. Okay, so it's our $29.99 on the ring and only $6.99 on that last bracelet, but you'll never see that again. The bracelet is not coming back. We don't have the rounds to bring it back. So that's going to be it on the bracelet. What else do we have? Rubellite, opal. We've got a great Zambaran garnet. You guys don't love this mounting typically, so I'll blow it out, okay? I'm telling you, if anybody likes the rose motif, Vera Wang does a lot of this, and there's a lot of great jewelry designers that do this a lot. The rose meets the stone, though. This is where we did an asymmetric design. Yes, I know, it's not the typical piece. Usually a stone goes in the middle, and then you put a band around it. Here is where we put the stone on one side, and we put the motif of the rose on the other. Diamond. So I'm going to just blow this out here. It's 1119329. It's our Zambaran garnet pear shape here. It's just unusual, and not everybody does unusual. Again, some of us, I know myself, I'm like, you know, the leader of Club Unusual. I love an unusual piece. But again, if I'm just sifting through a lot of great jewelry here, there's so much to get to. Look at all this jewelry we have. This is a lot of jewelry. But we're making time here. We got the top of the hour coming up in just moments. We're ready to show you what we have here for the end of this hour. Then we have 1 hour left, and then our Thursday is done. I see you tomorrow night, Club TVON, Friday night. But this is what a Zambaran should be about. This is a really bold stone. It's got that big pear shape, but I really have to try it on because you're thinking right now, why is it uneven and sloping down? It only does that because it's on the wheel. When it's on the hand, it's going to sit upright. So you have that floral. See that? It almost looks like you put two rings together. But you don't have to. That could be complicated. I remember when there was this big celebrity, and she got engaged with this 2-stone ring. She had a stone, it was a pear shape and an emerald cut. And they were together back to back, and everyone thought it was the coolest thing ever. And to be honest, it was pretty cool. And so, yeah, this is really kind of that design, but without two big diamonds. One with the Zambaran color shifting garnet, one with the rose, 38 points in diamonds. I'll blow it out from $29.99. We'll make this $999 if you'd like to get it tonight. It's a white gold only setting, and that's a lot of jewelry for under $1,000 only to get that asymmetry of this left and right design that you have. I just, even seeing it move, and we have no light tonight, so again, I apologize. That's why everything looks a little shadowy, but you can really see it's emphasizing the color shifting ability of this stone because you're seeing blues and purples, reds and pinks. Do you see that? Even as I move it, I'm only standing in one light, but as the stone moves, it gives you, let me put it this way, it'll be a little closer to your eye level. Look how amazing that is. You're seeing reds, purples, blues, all those different colors together. That's the beauty of a color shifting garnet. Not a lot of stones can boast that. This stone does, and yet $9.99 gets you one amazing, amazing ring. Our Tanzanite is coming up, and it's coming up next. And you know, it's not new. It's been on the air once. It was on during my sales show for a $99.99 price tag. I'm gonna help you out tonight with our emerald cut, which no doubt is what everybody's waiting on. Oh my goodness, we have such an amazing stone coming up. It is this, I keep flashing it because I'm so desperate for you to see this. I cannot wait. We've combined two different settings of diamonds. This looks like, I was literally at Harry Winston the other day. I was getting a ring resized, and I was looking at the window because obviously they change their window displays every couple of weeks on Rodeo Drive. It's their flagship store. And I gotta say, oh my goodness, this, I thought, did we just straight up copy this? Because I wasn't aware we did that. It's a coincidence, but a happy one at that. So the Tanzanite coming up in 4 minutes at the top of the hour is going to be this emerald cut Tanzanite. Oh my goodness, it's so bright. It's Museum Reserve, it's 6 carats. It's very wearable for 6 carat stone, but wait till you see the diamonds we put on the sides. It's so good. So again, that's our top of the hour. It's much anticipated. I know we're all gearing up for that. Looking forward to it, but there we go with the Zembarn. Okay, so let's talk about this sapphire, because it's now September, so it's sapphire season officially with this great blue, this royal blue. Love it. And if you love the jewelry tonight, thank you so much. If you don't, stay with us, because in 4 minutes we're going to bring in the top of the hour Tanzanite, which I've got to say everyone's going to lose their minds over it. It's so good. The 6 carat is amazing, and that's when usually we got a lot of people tuning in at 7 o'clock. So get ready, because we're going to have some competition for you out there on the Tanzanite, but I'm going to bring you the price that is going to be probably record shattering is what I'm going for tonight. We may have to do something really wild, and I think it's gearing up to be one for the ages. So get the almanac out. Should I explain to everybody what that is? The young kids watching at home have no idea what that is. They're going, what is an almanac? Just in the same way I had to explain the other day what an encyclopedia was and the Dewey Decimal System was, to some of the younger generation. Doesn't exactly have to research the way we did when we were kids. Even the people here in my phone bank will have no idea what any of that is. They are of a different generation as well. But here we go with our blue sapphire. It's a 112-1935. So if you are somebody who enjoys a 1 carat 04. This is a 104 pear shape, bright blue. It's 70 points in diamonds around it. And we're going to do something really crazy on this one. First caller takes it, $39.99 ring. We'll go a lot lower than that. This is that royal blue. It was just last night I had a great stone. It looked like a cashmere. Now this one follows. Isn't it something? Finished on the inside, classic signature setting style, modified to accommodate the rarer pair. And we're going to make it easy. First caller gets it for $1,699. You know what else is here? There is a new fine Brazilian stone that looks like Paraíba, acts like Paraíba, is the same family of Paraíba, and yet it's not the price of a Paraíba. So we better show that next. And we'll bring that on out. Then we've got our Tanzanite. Oh my goodness, the 6 carater. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I know it's going to be not only top of the hour worthy, but like I said, now I put it out there in the ether. We got to make sure the value is like none other before it. So that's going to be the goal here coming up. So I would stay with us for a Tanzanite opportunity on Museum Reserve. You probably don't want to leave me, because in 2 minutes, actually 90 seconds, we're going to bring out that Tanzanite. So got to get to the new find. This is the look of Paraíba. I don't know, and I hate to say I don't know, because I pride myself in being able to answer any gem questions. The reason I don't know if this has copper or not is because it's too new. It's too new a discovery. It's too new a mining venture. There have only been, I think we've had 16 stones here. In new find, Brazilian. I'm going to bring out 6161. We got to do this fast because we're only about 80 seconds away from the top of the hour, so let me go quick on this. This is going to be that value where, let me just say, if you want a Paraíba and you don't want to spend Paraíba money, call me. That's all I'm going to put out there. If you want a Paraíba, but you don't have $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 per carat to spend on a Paraíba, get this ring. I will leave it at that. This is the one you want to have, because a 215, I got 2 carat Paraíbas here. They're $40,000. That works well if you got more money than you know what to do with. But most of our shoppers here, we're all about the value. We're looking for a value. We're looking for dirt cheap on a very important stone. You've got it on a 215. 73 points in diamonds, kept it classic with the halo. You're getting white gold only. I don't think you need it any other way. White gold, stunning. That is blue-green, and it's neon. Oh, I blocked my light as if I have a light tonight. I forgot. We're already operating under lower light, which is why it looks so good. This is replicating what you're going to see at home. Watch it on the hand, though, because this angle gives you a little lesser light. Look how vibrant that is. Who wants my Paraíba without a Paraíba price? And I don't know if it's got copper or not. Someday, I hope, if there's enough of the specimens that come out of the ground, we'll be able to do the testing that's required to determine that. But for now, I'm just going to tell you, it's the newest find. It's out of Brazil. Well, probably the elements in the ground in Brazil are probably close to the elements in the ground in Brazil where they were originally found. Wouldn't be totally shocking, would it? 73 points in the halo, nobody's called me. Well, I wanted you to call on the early side because I wanted you to be ready. because if you're waiting to see the price and then watch the drop and then see what happens, you're going to be too late. It started at $59.99. That's why it's here. It's not gone because it was $6,000 on our show. We tend to have a little bigger expectation for value. Now, can you imagine if this turns out to be copper bearing and we find that out one day? Can you imagine how many people would be fighting over a 2 carat at $6,000? Let's state the obvious here. Everybody would be fighting over it. If I could tell you right now that had copper and manganese content, everybody would be losing their minds over that silly, ridiculous low price. I'm going lower. And we still have the Tanzanite coming up. I just want to get this one out the door first. Forgive me, but I see a beautiful stone and I know I can price it right. And I know there's going to be somebody out there within the sound of my voice that says, I got to have it. I got to take it. I got to get it. I got to have it. I know that I would be a fool not to. This is how you do it. It's not 59, 49, 39, 29. It's not even, this is crazy. And it's a 2 carat plus, gorgeous classic mounting with the halo around it. That is forever. You're going to love it forever. And it will not be 29. It's got to be better. And I'm going to really, there are times in a show when as a host of a show and you have no idea if anybody's watching, you have to test like this. You have to do something to figure out, are we broadcasting? Are we actually, because I know on Spectrum we probably aren't. Because every day I hear it, I don't know. I hope we're not paying for that Spectrum airtime anymore. Because my goodness, I'll tell you right now, this is the moment you need to be on the phone lines. And if you don't love it at $29.99, I got good news for you. It's not 29, it's not 25, it's not 24, it's not 23. I'll keep on going. Aren't you glad you didn't buy it during the sales show for $59.99 with 10% off? Still would have cost you $5,400. Now, tonight, it's $1,999 for the newest, the latest, the greatest, the ultimate find in tourmalines right there. And I'll wait till it's gone. And then we'll get to our Tanzanite. Top of the hour's here. Last hour of our Thursday is upon us. We want to welcome everybody to a big Thursday night. I'm so thankful you're with us. It is so lovely to have your company tonight. I'll tell you, we're coming off a big, big night. Last night, didn't have a single piece available at the end of the show. I don't think it's ever happened in my 9 years here where there wasn't one thing available. Kind of impressive, right? Tonight, we got a few things available, but watch what we're going to do for our top of the hour. Glad someone's getting that. I sure hope. I think that phone call's coming in for that ring. Welcome in. Hi, everybody. I'm Lauren Blair. It's our last hour tonight together. So I hope that you will enjoy this big top of the hour. We've been waiting desperately for 2 hours and 3 minutes to show you. It is right here in my hand, and we got the ultimate 6 carat blue wing block D Museum Reserve. Coming up next, it's item number 8928. So little time to make up for. I know this is when people usually tune into the show because believe it or not, we used to start the show at this time. So this is when we get really busy on the weeknights here at 7 o'clock Pacific and 10 p.m. Eastern. I'm so glad you're with us. We have a remarkable top of the hour that I'm going to have to figure out something fun to do with, but that's kind of the freedom I have is the top of the hours are really pieces that I'm passionate about that I think you're going to like, that have something usually special about them, that then I get to play with the price tag to make it really work for you. And now we get to set a new record for Tanzanite pricing right now. This is it. Check it out. It is the highest level emerald cut we've got. I've been showing you little flashes and little previews of it here and there. As we look at our 6 carat, it might need a little bit more room here. At least I can tip it up to you, show you all the reds. So let me get my fingerprints off the side of this one, and we're going to get ready for 8928. Had it, look at how the graphics came up. Why'd those just come up like that? Because it's not brand new. I told you I have one new piece tonight. We already showed it. It's the hoop earrings. This was here during my sale event. Now, what day it was, please forgive me. I do not remember. I can't even remember what month it was in. Was it June? Was it July? Was it August? I have no idea. But it was in our sales show. And it's a little pricey of a stone. Can't fault it for that. Look at the color it's giving. It's also 6 carats of a premium cut. It's here because all I could manage to do during the sale event was a $9,999 price tag. Now, you know, well, the sale price had a 10% off, so it would have been $89.99. That wasn't enough to get the job done. That is why they gave it to me today. And as everyone quickly learned, I brought, starting yesterday, it was our first show off the sale. And what I started doing was on my own, I said, let's just discount everything even further than where they would have been during the sales show. And you received that very well. everything again from last night sold. It was pretty epic. So now we're going to show you a 6-carat stone, the same one that we saw for $99.99 that would have been $1,000 off on sale, that would have made you a great price of $8,999. And the reason this is so high end too is this is a setting that you will see in the highest end of couture. I already named names, and this looks exactly like what I saw in the store window just a couple of days ago at really maybe one of the best known for high-end jewelry that there is. The same gentleman that said people will stare, make it worth their while. He was speaking of jewelry. He was speaking of diamonds. He was speaking of incredibly elite designs like this one, where we have combined, I know this may not be a 3-carat diamond weight, but it is how we did the stones together. It is princess cuts and rounds coming together around your stone, as you will see here. Let me take a good look at it, where we bring it to the sides and show this to you. I actually don't think this was all that long ago. I think it was actually late August that we had this. It's 2 princess cuts set recessed with the rounds around it, and then you've got all the gold, which is your choice, thank goodness. Oh, I'm not going to pigeonhole you into white gold here. It's any gold you want. And those are 4 princess cuts, and all those rounds as well. There's actually going to be 4 princess cuts, and it looks like 8 round brilliants, and so all bigger stones in individual sizes here, set side by side. Wait till you see how beautiful this is on the hand. And I've done some crazy things in Blue Wing. I've been showing them for nearly 7 years straight. That's a long time. It's a lot of jewelry. It's a lot of individual pieces. It's a lot of remarkable value. It's why so many of you are like, I'm done. I'm good. I already got my Blue Wing. Some of you have more than one. I talked to someone the other day. She said, I have 80. 80 Blue Wings. 80. She has 80 individual Blue Wings. She said, my collection is complete. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't have one yet, if you want to add an emerald cut, if you want a very classic, easy to wear setting style, let me recommend this one. And wait till you see this on the hand. And that would have been your sale price just a couple of days ago. Don't think we can beat a sale price. Watch me. Take a look at this, and let me show it to you on the hand here, because that's so important to how this is going to look. Did I just get nail polish on the wheel? Take a look at that. That is amazing. What do you think? Reds galore. Classy, isn't it? Elegance. I always think an emerald cut is elegant. It just always looks so polished, so high-end, so revered. It is. It's a fancy cut. I just need to, you know what? We haven't done an auction all day. Haven't done one the entire night. It's time. 43 points overall in diamond weight, by the way, if we just want to put it together. But I really do like them separated, just so you know how big those princess cuts are. Since there are only 4 of them, that totals 27 points. Again, not always about the diamond weight in total. Sometimes it's about the size individually. We know that. And here's what I'm going to do. I want to set this up so we can make this the most incredible price tag you've ever seen. Wait, like tonight? You mean like this week? Like this month? No, I mean all time. All time. I want to make this the very best Tanzanite opportunity we've ever seen. 7 years. In December, it'll be 7 years. 7 years of bringing you Blue Wing Block D right here and exclusively ours. And there are still some of you, like myself, who don't have one yet. Maybe your piece is sold out. Maybe you weren't sure where to go. Maybe you weren't sure what cut you wanted. Here's how you go about it. Let's make it better than $89.99 all day. I'm going to really see who's out there. I know we're supposed to consider starting around $7,500, best case scenario. Let's go a lot lower on the 6-carat emerald cut premium ring. All the red flashes, they're there. Every bit, all the way through the very core, the very center of the stone. You see that light up? Look dead center. See that facet right there? Right there? Center of the stone. Lighten up red. Every facet does so. All step faceting, going right down through the center. All out to the very edge. I always admire when the emerald cuts do that, where the very edge, look at the very top as it swings around here, as it comes right. Look at the top of the stone. Focus your eye at 12 o'clock. You saw it right there, like a trapezoid of reds. We can't do 75. That's not going to break a record. I could try 65. We could go 6,000. 6,000 is exactly 1,000 a carat, but some of you know, if there's somebody out there selling, I don't care if it's low quality, if someone's selling better Tanzanite, well, there is no such thing. But let's say there's a better value. I'm not going to stand for it. I need to bring you a better value. That's kind of my nature. I just want to be able to say wholeheartedly, you're getting the best value right here, right here, nowhere else. Don't tell me you want to go buy a lower quality because it's less money. Let me get you less money per carat on the best out there. That way there's no excuse and no need to compromise. You don't need to sacrifice. You don't need to make a concession. You don't need to give up quality, not one bit. This is not going to be 6 or 5 or 4, or how about this? Should we go $3,500? Because that's going to get you a price tag just on the stone. Oh, that's still like $580 a carat. Okay, so there's probably somebody selling it for less. Even if it's low quality, there's probably somebody selling it for less than $580. I can't take that. I want this to be not just, I want to do this. I don't want to beat the people out there, the dudes out there that are our competitors. I want to beat ourselves here. I want to do better. That way, if you've watched every show I've done since I premiered Blue Wing Block Ds in December of 2018, thank you, first of all. What a record you have. If you've watched all those shows, you are wonderful. I'm so proud that you've been with us for all those shows. If you've seen every show I've done that has had every blue wing in it, you've never seen a value like what I'm about to do. And Museum Reserves just came out in the last few months. That's a result of having every of the ordinary blue wings sold out and done. So we started to bring out the literal stones that were put aside from the beginning for the museum displays. The museums you would pay good money when you're on vacation to walk into and look at great stones. That's what Museum Reserve is. We're going to show you this Museum Reserve. I'll try it on again. Take a look at it. It's not going to be 35 because that's not setting any records. I want to bring you the best value. I really do want it. This is a true test of a Thursday night group. Let's see if we can do this here the best way we know how. It's not going to be 35. What if we go $3,000 to start? I got news for you. 3,000. If you do this simple math, it's $3,000 divided by 6. That's $500 a carat. Free diamonds, free gold. Nobody's doing free diamonds or free gold. It's a $10 increment. Don't even worry about that. That really don't matter until we get the open. It doesn't matter till you're bidder number 2, 3, 100, or 500. Doesn't matter. We're looking for better than 3,000. I haven't done an auction all night. This is definitely going to be worth our while because it's not 29 or 28 or 27 or 26. This is the moment all Tanzanite collectors have been waiting for. All jewelry lovers have been waiting for. This is when I've completely lost all of my, I'm telling you right now, all of my bearings. I've been selling this Tanzanite for $500, $600, and $800 a carat for as long as it's been here. And those are incredible values that everyone has been willing to pay enough to buy 80 stones at a time in some cases. You've loved it. At $500 a carat. Sometimes I've done $490 a carat, $480 a carat. The other day I set a record by doing $470 a carat. That was just because somebody told me that someone was selling it for $500 a carat. So I said, let's beat it. And that way, no excuses. You can't say, I want to go buy a stone out there and buy less quality because it's less money. You've got the better value here. You've got the best quality that's ever been mined, and that's not going to change, by the way, because all that's left is Block C. So the Block C is a lighter quality material. It's a lighter color. Let's do better than 26. I don't know if anyone's bothered to do the math yet, but I'm going to do it for you. But before we do that, drop that open one more time and make it $2,500 to start. I'm going to tell you something. What I just did is a record. Well, it's not technically unless somebody calls in and opens it up, but I don't know if you can see this. No, you can't. There is, all I did was this. You can do this at home if you have a calculator, or some of you are really, really smart with numbers and you can do it in your head. $2,500 divided by 6. Do you know what that comes out to be? That's $416. $416. I keep thinking that I'm in some kind of, I don't know, Twilight Zone, parallel universe. I'm not sure what's happening tonight. I don't know. I don't know any other way to say this except record-setting price tag. Best per carat price ever. I mean, what more could I possibly do to make this any better value? I'm not taking out the stone and giving you just the mounting, although that would be impressive. I'm not going to just give you the stone and not the mounting so that you can just put it on and wear it. It's your portable museum. This is like the museum you wear. It's a museum you wear. It's a museum you take with you. It's a museum you share with everybody you come in contact with, whether it's your family that you see every day that you know really well, or strangers on the street that will stop you and they will say, let me see your Tanzanite. Oh my goodness, let me see your ring. This is a moment. And at goodness gracious, gracious, gracious. I don't know, Tony. I don't know what I don't know. I don't know what I can do. But I know this. I know that the math don't lie. See, I'm a sports girl. We say ball don't lie. Math don't lie. That is a $416. That's my math, right? My math is correct. 416. What's up? Do you have a question? Oh no, that's extra. I gotta charge extra if I'm trying this thing on again and again and again. You know why? Because I mean, right? Yes. Tony, you get paid by the word you type, right? And I get paid by how many times I try it on, right? So this is gonna be extra. This is gonna be extra. $2,500 we are looking for. There it is on the hand again. That's what it looks like. There's the big diamond weight around it. Remember, it's princess cuts. Essentially, if you were to draw a straight, like imagine an imaginary line that goes right through the center of the stone, that's where the princess cuts a line. There are two princess cuts that essentially run straight perpendicular through the middle of the stone. And then the rounds are surrounding that. This, I'm telling you, I saw the identical setting. It didn't have a Tanzanite. It had a diamond. It had an emerald cut white diamond in the store window. If you are in Beverly Hills, California in the next couple of days, go look at who I mentioned before. I'm going to stop naming his name because, you know, he's not affiliated with the show, but he does great jewelry. He does great work, great design. I think we all know. And yet, in the store window 2 days ago, or was it 3 days ago? Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 3 days ago. There's a white diamond with the same. Anyway, enough about my stories. This is a great value on Tanzanite. let's just go back to basics here. Forget about all the hoity-toity special nature of this mounting and this design and who it looks like and what's in the middle of a very, very important $1 million ring. There's got a big diamond in the middle, so it's up there. It's very expensive, but this is that look, which of course you're still getting the emerald cut stone, which is very high level, beautifully done. Then you've got those important princess cuts and rounds around it. $2,500. What this equates to is just value. Do we have the open, by the way? I don't know. I don't know, but does this count as my squat workout for tomorrow or no? Does that count? I have to see the call board. Looks like we are verifying the open. I'm going to give it 60 seconds. 60 seconds. I'm going to have to go out to the phone bank because my operator's not talking to me, and that's okay because they're probably busy doing other things like Wordle, crosswords, maybe word searches, maybe Pokemon. I don't know. But let's take a look at this. I don't know what they're doing for fun, but answering phone calls has not been something we've had to do a lot, but I'll tell you now is the time. 60 seconds. Do we have the open? 60 seconds is ticking down. That comes to, even if I don't give you gold or diamonds, is it still my fingerprint on the side? Is that what's bugging everybody? Let me try to polish that up because I did try it on. So let me polish it up one more time and put it back on the wheel for you. And you're choosing your gold. You're choosing your gold color. You're getting, I take care of the sizing. Someone's got to pay for that. Someone's got to pay for the sizing. I just had, this is an interesting question I had the other day. So it was my, good friend of mine. She doesn't watch my show, so she won't mind me saying this because she's not watching. But she does my hair, and she's been doing my hair for a long, long time. She said to me, if I give you all my rings, because the girl's lost a lot of weight, so she said, if I give you all my rings and you size them down for me, do I get money back? She asked me, she was really serious. She goes, I know gold's really expensive right now. If you take all my rings and size them all down like a size or two, do I get more money? I said, well, that's not exactly how sizing works. And whether you're sizing up or whether you're sizing down, sizing is expensive. If anybody's walked into a jewelry store lately, you know that. Sizing is not cheap. We do that for free. There's also this thing called shipping. It's got to get from our place here in Los Angeles, California, to wherever you are. Somebody also said to me today, a customer said to me today, you know, I'm in Arizona, I want to get faster than somebody who's across the country. Well, it kind of just depends on when it ships and how much customization you need done. We don't play favorites on who gets what first. It's just, if it's a one of a kind, it goes out quickly. If you need things like sizing, gold color change, it does take time to do that. And we pay for it. But I just want you aware of a couple of things here. And I feel like I've reiterated that many times over the 9 years I've been here, but maybe not enough. So the sizing is free to you. The shipping is free to you. There's no tax if you live in any state outside of California, and again, those are all things that are paid for by us. So I think when you see 25, it's very easy to go, okay, but that may be a great value. I wonder what the catch is. Where are the extras? Where are the buyer's premium? Where are the thing that like when you're, when you check out, I always do this when I check out, I go, well, it was that price online. And then how is it $300 or $400 more when all is said and done? Well, it's the tax and it's the shipping and it's, if you're getting jewelry, it's the sizing, and then you're waiting. I'll tell you this is the price you pay for most of you out the door because you're not paying any of the extras. Shipping on the house, sizing on the house, gold color change on the house, and no tax outside of California, which I'm just gonna figure is most of you tonight because that's just a numbers thing. There's 50 states and we're one of them. So if you live in 49 of the states outside of California, you don't even pay a penny of tax. And I know California tax just right here in Los Angeles, it'd be another $250. So tax is expensive. It can add up and just add. So I just love that we're putting this together. All that value is really that value is my point here, is that the value really is a value. And there's nothing hidden or nothing that's going to surprise you at the end of the day when you win it, because someone's paying for all that, and it would be us, okay? Because again, it's not really free to size things. It's not really free to ship things. It's not really, and this is not a couple bucks. Let me try it on again. It can cost literally thousands to put all those extra elements in, and we do it for you so you don't pay for it. That to me is also adding to the value. Do we have the open at 25? We've got it. So sorry, I had to get on my soapbox there because I realized that not everybody's been watching for 9 years. Not everybody's been here a long, long time. Not everybody understands that that's a lot of added bonus, and that's, in my mind, a lot of extra value. The value on the screen, the open and the auction is one thing. The value of all those add-ons that don't cost you anything extra, that's, I think, a wonderful thing. Because I know I shop a lot of places, and there's always extras. It's always extras. I seek out a value, and then suddenly that value is not a value anymore. And now, see, I like to buy things that come from other places, like Italy. I'm sorry, seems like most of the things I love come from Italy. I don't know what it is, but I just, yeah. And guess what? There's enormous duties and imports and all that stuff now that there always were, but they're just more expensive now than ever before. So it's really tough to get things that are, because a lot of times nice things come from other places, like Italy and France, and a lot of things I enjoy come from those areas, and now it's just more expensive than ever to do it. So I love that it's coming from right here, from us to you, and we'll do all those extras, and we've got 25 and no extra bids. So now it's a $10 increment, and it's about to be done, because what can I do? I can do nothing but beg. And I do want to retain as much of my dignity as humanly possible. So at this point, I guess we got to just throw in the towel and say, good luck last 2 minutes, because we're going to be done. It's going to be 2 more minutes until we sell it. We do just, FYI, have the open. This is a remarkable 416 if we completely ignore the diamonds and the gold and the workmanship that went into putting it together. If we take all of that and completely disregard and ignore it, that is a huge $416 per carat. I don't know if anybody else. Do you? You guys watch a lot more of these shows than I do, just because you have the ability to. This is that value that I don't think anybody else out there can do with any Tanzanite, even if it's the light lilac block C's, if it's quote unquote block D. Sure, some block D's out there. It's still not blue wing block D, but still block D. I don't know of anybody else who's giving you $416 carat on a rare emerald cut in a big size like a 6 carat that is dubbed Museum Reserve, that was set aside from the get-go, from the jump, to be this amazing color worthy of being on display in a museum where people pay good money just to go walk by and look at it. Just like you can every single day when you own it. 2,500, let's give it 2 final minutes and it will be sold. It is our last call. It will be gone. Okay. So I just had a customer who just backed me on something, and this is very interesting because she speaks from an outside jewelry world perspective, because she wasn't talking about TVON. I can only speak for TVON. Remember I told you that even sizing down, she said that she went into a jewelry store where she's a local, she's a regular, she's a best customer, and guess what? It was $350 to size a ring down. Okay, and they weren't giving that back to her, they were charging her. Again, and I had this discussion just Sunday, literally Sunday. I had this discussion with a dear friend of mine. She said, but I don't get it. You're taking gold away. Well, that's not how it works. So again, sizing down, sizing up. Either way, you don't need to worry, it's free. Here it's free. We do it so that it arrives so you don't have to ever worry about, where do I go? Who's reputable? Who's even open anymore? Where am I going to take my ring? Are they going to keep it? Are they going to switch out my stone? I'm sorry, nightmares like this happen, guys. I just know that when it arrives at your doorstep with that TVON package, you rip open that box, your ring is ready to wear. And you're not general size, but your exact size, the full size, the quarter size, the half size, the 3/4 size. We're not all a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Some of us, myself, I'm a 5.5. It's not going to work if it's a 5, and it's not going to work if it's a 6. A 6 is going to be too big, and a 5 is going to be too small. It's not going to go over the knuckles. So this is what we do. We do the exact sizing you need. That is free. Again, this is where you've got a moment. And we're still at $2,500. All right, going once, going twice, 3 times. We got 18 seconds to make it official. It looks like we're done. Cannot believe what I'm witnessing right now, but this is the reality of a Thursday night when everyone's watching football. That's all. Not everybody, but hey, the people that missed out, big time missed out. Isn't that right? Well, 25 going once, twice, 3 times. That is sold. I don't suppose you need a pendant to go with it. No, we don't even want to try it at this point. We have a pendant. It's a 2-carat. It's an Asher, and it's in this really cool wear it both ways, east, west, north, south, however you want. All right, so let me know if you like that one. The ring is gone. Congratulations. Let me show you a Mandarin garnet. Awfully pretty here. 112-8187, and it is, oh, well, this one's going to be a tough one to show you because it kind of sits, look at it. See how the back sits higher than the front? Because it's this cool crisscross with that X design. So what it does, it's got a little wider detail in the middle. So what that does, it just kind of leans it a little bit. Don't worry, I'm going to show you. That's why I have the tweezers here. It's going to show you all the angles so you can see what it's all about. But again, let me know. It's our last half hour, so let me know if you have any requests or anything you'd like to see back again. This is my 1-carat round. It's from our private collection in the Mandarin garnet. So rare to see around, isn't it? Very nice. Got some bright color there. That's why it was set aside in the private collection. So it's 1 carat even, 41 points in diamonds. Such a, you know what I'm thinking right now? It's got Wonder Ring written all over it. If you have, and I know this is what we usually wouldn't do, sometimes we put the Wonder Ring where the V shape is pointing out. What if on this one, since it's got that cinched in design where the X design comes to a point in the middle under the stone, what if we were to put the Wonder Ring pointing in? So basically up here and down here. Just an idea, just something you can do if you are lucky enough to have the Wonder Rings, whether it's the yellow, the pink, or the white. But look at that Mandarin garnet. Let's get going on this one. Oh, well, I'm not loving this price tag. If I'm being 100% honest, I get its private collection because look what it does. It's like orange diamonds, eat your heart out. Who needs an orange diamond when you've got Mandarin garnet that looks like that? No browns, just all about the best. All about that bright, amazing color, that crisscross in diamond pave, all of that. We've got, again, it's like a set of rings that you crisscross without having to ever worry about it. And then it still does that at the back, but look at this. It comes to the back. Let's go back up close so you can see the inside, because that's how it's finished. So solid all the way through. And then that wider style only happening on the side. So that doesn't change the way it sits. It doesn't mean you need to size up. Go your true size on this one and you'll be good to go. But it does have that ability. Let's change the gold if you want to. We did it on the Tanzanite. Let's do it again. Let's change it up. You want to have the yellow gold instead? Go for it. Rose gold, odd, but you can do it. Not something I'd probably recommend. You want to stick with either the contrast of the white or the tonal of the yellow would be beautiful. Look at how it brings out the yellow flashes in that stone if you want to go there. But this is, well, $49.99. See, that's the problem with the private collection. They're pricey. They're pricey stones, and you can see why. And I'm not saying it's not worthy of every penny of $49.99. It is. I just know we got to do something more extreme here with 30 minutes left in our Thursday night. So let's put, do we dare? Put it up. Go ahead. I'm going to auction this one as well. Hey, it did the trick. It got the Tanzanite at home. We didn't get a lot of people, but we did get it at home. What if we start this at you know what? Skip it. Let's start at $3,000. Look at that Mandarin. Could it be any flashier? And how about this? Again, looking at it on the hand from a distance, how it becomes so much even more vibrant. It's brighter. That's the neon. This is another neon stone. Lower light, better color. That's what that means. Lower light, better color. Stunning. And look at that. Oh my goodness. Easy on, easy off. Look at this. It just turns right around. That's your basic classic shank in the back. So that's why you go true to size on it. Spins around. Look at that. Oh, yes, yes. It's not 3. It's not 25. It's not 2,000. Now I'm going to be in all kinds of trouble. You thought the Tanzanite was a problem? Look at this. 2,000 for a private collection 1 carat round. Let's keep going. 1,500 bucks getting it started. Add, stack, wear it on itself. It doesn't need anything else. I just couldn't help but think about the Wonder Ring and how that could pair up on one side, on both sides, whatever you want to do. $10 on the increment, please. Let's make this easy. And a $1,500 to start. Let's go from there. I feel like I'm doing it a disservice to let it just sit there. We really got to pop that up to your eye level. Look at that brightness. Look at that shine. That neon is everything. Everything. Well, let's move on from that one. Just want to remind you, we still have the new find. That Brazilian new find tourmaline that looks like Paraíba, 2 carat 15, still here. Probably do some recaps here because if you just tuned in the last half hour or so, there's been a few pieces you might have missed, so we'll show them to you. We'll give you, by the way, the Mahenge spinel bracelet by the yard, still here. We did have that one for $6.99. We have the pink sapphire emerald cut, still here. The emerald pear shape, still here. The conch pearl, the purple diamond, still here. The cat's eye, the blue zircon, still here. The turquoise earrings, the tennis bracelets. Call me. Let's do. Okay, here's my offer to you. If it helps, and if you're sitting on doing a little fence sitting right now, I get it. We're all kind of, I'm not sure. It seems like a good value. The big problem I have here, sometimes I go too low, and you're wondering how good could it possibly be. Just let me make sure you understand. This is a night when we're having to go to ultimate extremes here in value. We're going to be doing a recap after this. It's my last new item of the show tonight. We're going to be doing a recap, show you what we have left. But this is a way to get the ultimate Mandarin. Please try it, because if you're not sure, and a lot of the Mandarins I have are 3, 4, 5 carats. They get really pricey, but they're big. They're really big for everyday wear. I think this is a style where you're getting that extremely special round, but it's not too big. It's not oversized. It's going to work. And it's not, wait, do we have 15? You know, I see a bidder back there at 15. I'm wondering if we can get a little activity. I can't have another one and done auction. Did that with the Tanzanite, that hurt. Let's see if we can get a few more people on the phone lines. How about 1,400 to start? Well, it seems like we still have one bidder, and now they're just happier that I took another $100 off. How about 1,400 to start? Is that weird? It's weird, right? We shouldn't be doing that. But I'm trying. I want to get more than one bidder. That's my goal here. We already did that with the Tanzanite. Now we're at a $1,400 Mandarin. Do they still want to start it? Okay, what if I do this? I can't help it. I love a good value. I love making jewelry affordable. It's not exactly the easiest thing in the world to do right now. It's probably, if you wanted the most impossible task, it's making fine jewelry affordable in the year 2025. That's got to be up there and one of the more challenging things to do. Let's see if we can just get a few more people on the phone lines here. I've got a couple people talking about it. Let's go $1,300, my final offer. I don't know why. I just want to get a lot of people on the phone lines here. That's all I'm trying to do. 15 went to 14 and now is at $1,300. And if they still want to just, if they want to get started, great. That's good. They just saved a couple $100 extra. But it's my incentive to get more people in because we're saving you so much more money on a really, really rare collectible here. A big time private collection, exactly 1 carat round, and super stunning color and faceting and everything about it. And we'll give it 60 seconds to get it started. Here it is on the hand again. Hopefully our okay, so our $1,500 bidder, they want to come on in. Great. So they don't have to pay 15, they're paying 13, but same thing. So they were willing to start at 15, now we're starting at 13, and I think I just gave someone an extra $200 for absolutely no other reason than my desperation. So here is your last call. Actually, we have the open now at 13, so I got that official word there. We have 13, 25 minutes left to go in our Thursday. What would you like to do? Well, at this point, you can't bid 13 because we got a $1,300 open, so I'll give it 2 minutes, and that's it. I wish I had a Wonder Ring here. I don't. I wish I would. If I had one, I'd put one next to it, maybe 2 even, just to show you, because I know it's something you could just really, it would look so amazing. I mean, I know it looks great on its own. Don't get me wrong, it doesn't need a thing. But if you wanted to add a Wonder Ring or 2, it would be so special to do that. It would look incredible that way. We've got 1:45 left on that ring. Is it because it sits like that? I know, it doesn't sit in the best way on the wheel on its own, but that has everything to do with that essentially double the gold in the mounting, because you got 2 rings in one essentially crisscrossing together. You've got that very special pave with mill grain on the outer edges of either side as well. That looks fantastic. And here we are at $1,300 with a final 80 seconds left to go and 1 bidder on the lines. This is going to be what every Thursday's like from here on out. Oh boy. Uh-oh. This is something. 1 final minute. Well, who is it back there at 13? I keep wanting to say 15. Jim, from where? Has he ever shopped here before? Yeah. All right. Well, Jim, we have 40 seconds to make it yours. Is he close by any chance? Is he down in Southern California? Oh, yeah, it's a big place. We never know. Sometimes it's a city we don't know. Where's that? Oh, wonderful. Beautiful, actually. Beautiful. Yeah. Do you want to go 1310? Anybody else on this one? We got 13 seconds to make 1300 official or 1310. I know. And if you're scared of the number 13, don't be. I know. I just said a couple of those. I know. That's for if you're superstitious. If you're just little stitious, you're fine. You can't be scared of 13s. Taylor likes it. She likes it. That's what I hear. All right. You got 1310? Yes or no? Got it? Sold. Congratulations. So that's gone. So what I'm going to do is put together a few rings that you may or may not have seen tonight. And I'll just put up what's available in some really cool rings, like our blue zircon. I still am in love with the stone. I may have to just buy that myself. If it makes it 21 more minutes. I mean, it's got to make it. And then we've got assorted pieces. These won't all be the same price. They've all been presented in full earlier. But that is a purple diamond. It is. It's a purple diamond. It's not only me saying it's a purple diamond, it's the experts at GIA whose job it is to certify stones. They have a whole laminated cert that's done for you, and they're telling you it's a certified, fancy, purple pink diamond. What else do we have? I've got a pair of turquoise earrings here. I'll add, it's okay. Will the rings allow for an earring to happen? Is that allowed? Can we manage to put 1 great hoop earring up here with the rings? Hope they don't mind. Here's the turquoise hoop, $699 for the turquoise round cabochon hoops. They are 3 carats of 1. It's our last pair available. They're yellow gold only, and that is $699 for those hoop earrings. Fantastic. I think I couldn't be more proud of what we did here with this cat's eye. This is our cat's eye Carissa barrel. I might move the hoops up just because they're going to sit a little lower, and they'll bring the cat's eye into the mix, which is like that neon green. It won't sit on its own here. It's going to lean a little bit, but that is a cat's eye bright green stunner. That also has platinum, carat 20, carat 67 in diamonds for $13.99. There's more diamond weight in the cat's eye than everything else combined up there, and yet it's $1,399. I still have this gorgeous new find. It's out of Brazil. That can't be said enough here. Out of Brazil. I mean, if you're wearing a Brazilian tourmaline that looks like that, that's got Paraíba written all over it. Just, we don't know the chemical makeup of that stone because it hasn't had all that proper comprehensive testing done, but it sure looks like the blue greens we love out of a Paraíba. You've got that stunning piece, and it's got the halo. That's under $2,000 at $19.99. So to recap, we have the $19.99 new find in the back right. In front of that is the fancy purple pink diamond. It's only $49.99. There's a blue zircon in the middle that is $999. The hoop earrings in the front, well, the only hoop earrings, they are $699, and the cat's eye behind that is $13.99, and you've got 19 minutes left to shop the show. So 19 minutes left to go. Last call on anything you would like to have. It's go time now. This is our big Thursday coming to a close, a crashing ending here, but this is where, again, the only thing crashing right now is the prices. They're stunning. They're very affordable, and everything up there, well, $49.99 or less. That's the big one there. That's the purple, because there aren't not many purple diamonds in the world that are natural, especially ones that are regarded as fancy that are from the GIA evaluators. So that's important too, and that's a $49.99 deal. Let me know in the hoops, and then as soon as we make some room, we'll add some more to the wheel. I just want to give you a little luxe look at individually there, the 5 pieces that you have there to choose from, and pick out something fabulous for yourself. One of a kinds all, $49.99 or less. Most are far less than that. We've got $6.99 all the way up to $49.99 on this wheel. Just let me know who would like what. We can always give it a little mini presentation and graphics and try it on. Yes, blue zircon in the middle is gone. Item number 112845. One more time, look on the hand here really quickly on the blue zircon with that halo design and the diamonds down the shoulders. There you have it. Looks, again, that's also a very Paraíba look, I would say. So that is sold. Congratulations. That one is gone. 8451. We'll take a look. I'll put something else in the middle for you to get excited about here, and we'll show you a stunning, well, the conch pearl is still here. That's kind of amazing, isn't it? We had a blue sapphire here. Also, that's Mandarin. What about our merengue spinel? I have a question. Did you see the sapphire I had last night? There was a sapphire that was 3 carats or so. I have a 2 carat here that is a trillion sapphire. You haven't seen this one in full tonight, but couldn't help but bring that out. I love that. That trillion is gorgeous. Bright as can be, deeper green. Don't forget about the hoops that are $6.99. This is still, I don't know. Someone explained to me on this amazing mounting. I know I get that question a lot. Do you guys sell semi-mounts? We don't on the air sell semi-mounts. That is a great way to get a semi-mount. That is a carat. Again, if we're talking about the cat's eye back left, that does have a carat 67. Yeah, a carat and 2/3 and then some in total diamond weight, and it's $1,399. So that is just a little bit shocking when you see all those incredible diamonds and the way they're set around that phenomenal gem. We have the important sapphire in the middle. I'll do that one right now for just $29.99 if you want the 203 sapphire in 89 points in diamonds as well. So that is a classic halo design for our trillion cut. Don't forget, I should remind everybody also, just in light of the fact that maybe you were not with us earlier, there is still a pair of Tanzanite earrings here. They're studs and they're trillion cuts. Let's clear our wheel here because I do need to show you something very special that is on the way. This is a very, very important viewpoint here because we actually do have some exceptional stud earrings. So again, $19.99, $29.99, $13.99, $6.99, and $49.99. Here are the trillion cut studs that we had earlier. They are last call. I guess we've got a pair. That's shocking to me, but hey, here we go. Last call, last pair. They are the 75 points total weight in the trillion cut Tanzanite studs, cut from the Museum Reserve blue wing material, and yet made to be brand new here tonight in that specialty trillion. And that would be 9214 is the item number now. We just had 5 pieces of jewelry. So let me come in a little closer, show them to you in a centered post, butterfly back styling, and those will be, they're $399 for the studs. So that's a fabulous way to get your stud earrings in a Tanzanite, in a superstar, in a crazy good value that you have all right there packing a serious punch for $399. So keep in mind, last call on the show, pick up whatever you can while it's last call, because none of these pieces are going to exist here come at 8 o'clock. So it's time to get what you love and take advantage of all the big values we put together for this big Thursday night. It is go time. Let's get every single piece of home. Those trillion cuts are divine, aren't they? So $3.99 only, and you do have a gold color choice as well, so you're getting to customize them how you wish and get them in the white, the yellow, or the rose gold. So that is a big moment. Also, I should give you one last look at our tennis bracelet style. The diamond tennis bracelet. I'm just going to show the white gold. You let me know if you need to see the rose gold. If you're a rose gold lover, I'll be happy to show it. But I know the rose gold is less common than, let's say, white gold and white diamonds together. And this is last call. So we're not going to have this going forward in the holiday season, which is pretty tragic. As a jewelry store, I mean, essentially we're a store on TV. We're a little different. We don't have all those, you know, overheads that stores have, and we certainly have a very, very important way that we really just are very particular about what we show, because we can't just show just anything and everything. We have top quality only. You know, a lot of stores you're going to walk in and they have different sections, right? They have their sterling silver over here and their faux over here and their lab grown over here, and then, oh yeah, maybe some real in the corner there. We only have one type of jewelry, and that's a high level fine quality. That's the first thing. But now we're looking at one of the highest level pieces you can go when you shop for fine jewelry, which is a tennis bracelet. This is $291 in diamonds. You get a choice of white gold or rose gold. They're ready to go. They're 7 inches, which is pretty much the average size, meant to give everybody a little bit of room. If you know you don't want it too skin tight. In other words, like our wrist sizes are rarely 7, but that doesn't mean we can't wear a 7. It means you put on a 7 and it gives it a little bit of room to kind of move and just kind of have a little bit of movement to it up and down the wrist. So you see it there. That's the rose gold that I have. So you see that as I move it around, it's going to be all the same size diamonds. There are your 2 figure-8, so it locks into place. I didn't manage to fasten those yet, but there they are. So it's going to be extra security featured for you. You've got the same size diamond, round brilliant, all the way around your wrist. This is gifting. This is, oh my gosh, this is get you out of the doghouse. This is that big anniversary. It's that milestone celebration. It's whatever you need it to be. There's just nothing quite like the icon that is a diamond tennis bracelet. And we are bringing you a value that, of course, nobody's going to be able to touch. Nobody can do what we do. And there's a 291 carat weight, 1 white, 1 rose, and you're still getting the value of a lifetime when it should have been. We calculated, we just did a little bit of serious calculation here. $89.99 should be today. Just going on today's gold prices versus where it was made some time ago. This was made a long time ago. That is to your advantage. That saves you so much. I love the idea of time travel, but I got to tell you, there's a lot of us that say skip the wild, wild west. Skip all that. Skip the early 1900s to meet the grandparents. Let's just go back to when gold was more affordable, like 25 years ago. And you don't have to, because this is like your time travel right here, and that you've got the value right now, and it's not $89.99. We're going to go, although I love me the idea of like a bustle and a saloon, and yes, I mean, riding a horse as transportation, I mean, seriously, sign me up. I really do think I am from that time era, and I just, yeah, I'm fascinated by it. I'm fascinated by the Wild West and panning for gold, yes, and all of that. And, but you know, we're just going to take it back to when gold made sense. And let's take it to $2,999. That's it for the diamond tennis bracelet you see there. And again, if you want a closer look at the rose gold, I'm happy to show it. We only have one of each, so when it's gone, it's gone. Like tonight, when somebody calls me up and says, I love it, I'll take it, it's mine, it's going to be gone. And it's a big if we ever make it. But if we did, can you even imagine the price tag it would have to be based on today's gold pricing? And forget about gold. Diamonds have gone up too. It's not like a gold exclusive thing. Gold's not the only thing going up these days. So when you calculate where diamonds are and where gold is today, and you think about we're taking you back to a long, long time ago, like that piece was made, that 1110355 item number, that goes back about 8 to 9 years. When that was made, I'd much rather pay gold and diamond pricing from then than now. And I think we all would. And it's the same thing. It's one thing if I said, okay, we just took out all the natural, fancy, beautiful VS diamonds and we put in some lab grown. No, we didn't do that. Or we didn't just plate it with a metal and put something, a base metal at the core and give it a micron of gold. No, we didn't do that either. It's solid gold. It's the same bracelet, but now it's under $3,000. So that's a value, and who doesn't want a tennis bracelet? I may be speaking to an audience that already has a tennis bracelet, and that's okay as well. And I say, wear it. Love it. Congratulations. If you already have the tennis bracelet of your dreams, I'm so glad you do. But if you're looking to stack, to layer, to gift, if you want to give somebody what they've always wanted in jewelry, and let's say you've looked at them and you've gone, that ain't going to happen until I win that 1.7 billion. Then I'll get my tennis bracelet. You can get it now. They don't have to be $38,000 a carat, even though that's where they go. $38,000 a carat for VS Diamonds. Elsewhere you shop, we're doing, I would say, a little better than that. We got 3 carats for under 3,000. So that is under $1,000 a carat when you consider there's gold too. And there's a lot of workmanship and labor that goes into a bracelet when you're setting that many stones side by side. We have 9 minutes left. What can I show you before we're out of time tonight? Is it Tanzanite studs? Is it the bracelet white or rose? Is it that new find? Whatever you want to see on the show, it is time to let me know, because we've got 9 minutes to play with of airtime. That's it. Then we're done for the evening. These pieces don't come back. We got to bring you a brand new selection for our big Friday night. Can't wait. We got a lot of special things happening this weekend. And you know what? There's another Mandarin. If anybody missed the 1 carat, or maybe if it didn't have enough diamonds for you, let me just show you this. Well, there's that one. I have one, I know, this is just, I see a lot of jewelry, and you see a lot of jewelry, and I find that if I am just stopped in my tracks looking and going, oh, that is gorgeous, usually something special is kind of going on. Because we can make the extraordinary look ordinary, and I kind of love that about us. We have new and fresh and designer and special every piece. This is $79.71. You haven't seen it. I'm going to forget the recaps. Let's just show you something you haven't seen. And try to discount this down to next to nothing to see if that doesn't get excitement, because it should. And when you've got $79.71s, they have number, it's a 2 carat premier private collection. This is the ultimate premier private collection. We've got that stone in a cushion cut. Then you've got your dazzling bright yellow diamonds. They are neon as it gets. With white diamonds outside of that, that's 86 plus 39, plus your magical 2 carat in the middle. And we're gonna make this even more affordable, and I know $99.99 ain't gonna do it. We've got a big moment for any jewelry lovers, especially our collectors who love and are not scared or intimidated by those bright neon stones that give you such a look, such a color, such a brightness and neon and a boldness to them like nothing else. If I gotta spend the rest of the show on this ring, I'll be happy to do it, because that, I don't think there's a more cheery, happy, more pleasant to look at ring when it comes to a lot of personality. Vibrant it is. Here's what it looks like on the hand. Of course, it's going to be that 2-tone gold as well. So you don't have to worry about gold color. We give you one of each, right? The gold and the yellow and the white are there, matching up with the diamonds that set it. And you've got the better price than $99.99 to move it out. Now, do you realize that was the sale price? And if you're missing that 10% off, I got you better. $10,000 turns into $9,000 if it were discounted. Obviously, those days are over. But when I got a piece sitting here with 7 minutes left to go in a show, when I got to move something extraordinary, it better be, you got to take the wildest piece you have and mark it down dramatically. That's going to be the recipe for success. Here's what it looks like. That's what it does. Tell me that doesn't sparkle. And if you think that's the magic of TV, there's no magic, except for the stone. The pure magic that resides in that one-of-a-kind, Mother Nature made it, one of the rarest garnets in the world. It holds up with sapphires and demontoids and Marilani mints and color-changing Tavitas, all of them. And this is the one everybody's wanting right now, and it's not half of this price. It's not $49. You're getting so much diamond weight. Think about it. It's 86 plus the 39. If you add up all the diamond weight together, it's going to be a carat 25. The brightest, most beautiful Mandarin, and I know the round is gone, but now we're bringing you something vibrant. Look what's on the sides here. Those are big, round, brilliant yellow diamonds, 3 of them tucked in to the split style shank. It's not even $3,999. I tell you, this is the formula. You put up something absolutely bonkers, quality-wise, and you drop the price to next to nothing. That is a recipe for sending out a piece of jewelry. Been doing this 25 years. It took me about an hour to figure that out. I was selling sterling silver to 200,000 people in Florida and South Carolina when I started my career. And I was selling really, really cheap amethyst, blue topaz, and peridots. And you know what? I learned really early on. They plucked me from the sidelines of stadiums to say, sell jewelry. And I learned one thing: you price really good stuff cheap, it's going to go. That's what I'm doing today. 25 years later, end of the show here, 5 minutes left to go. I'm going to make this even better than $3,000. I know it shouldn't be that low. I don't care. I want somebody to have this ring tonight. It's $2,999. That'll do it. When it comes to a value, you don't have a better moment than that one right there. And we're saying goodbye to it, because at $2,999, there's nothing like it. And you're getting a 2 carat. It's a 2 carat. And it's not just the private collection. We're going the ultimate premiere. This is like museum but beyond, because the museums don't have the big mandarins. This is the rare, this is the bright, and neon begins to cover it, but still you get such a flash. It's like having yellow diamonds within inside the stone. Look what's happening there. It's like there are yellow diamonds. Look at that. Look at the cutting, playing with the light, playing with the neon, and it's $2,999. Forget about it. Never, ever will you see a value like that. That's what you call the good stuff. And we'll just sit here till it sells. We got 4 minutes left of the show. I'm okay looking at 4 minutes if that's what it takes. Otherwise, you can call up, get it at, obviously there's only one. You're getting that very ring. We size it for you, we ship it out to you, and we can show you something else. But that is a wild moment. Reminder, there were also some very affordable diamond pendants here. I'll just flash them on the hand here. We had a white and a rose gold to match your tennis bracelets in the diamond pendant, that strong stiletto style that we see here. This is a pendant that I showed you earlier. That pendant is $499 for solid gold and diamonds that go narrow to wide to narrow again, bail hidden in the front, and it's going to be white or rose with 28 points in diamonds. Is 1110465. Just a quick reminder on something else affordable we had for you tonight. I have a rose and a white gold available. That is it for $499. So if you'd like to ask about the diamond stiletto style, there's all your information to go with it. That is available for $499. Make sure you grab it before that's gone. 3 minutes left to go. Take another look at that Mandarin garnet. That cannot stay here at that price. This is what's crazy, is sometimes, again, and I know, boy, are they going to be busy tomorrow. And you know what the operators are going to have to say tomorrow all day? All day. I'm sorry that sold. I'm sorry that sold. I'm sorry that sold. For everybody who missed this show live, you cannot wait, because the pieces will be gone by tonight. That's what happens. You have no idea how long we're here after shows end up. They finish up. You've seen it all. People do choose the pieces they've seen. So these are not going to last. Make sure you grab what you can while they're here. $29.99, and you don't want to miss it. These are values beyond. So again, this is your moment. Take advantage of anything else. That new find out of Brazil for $19.99. The Mandarin garnet, the stiletto style pendant with diamonds, $499. The Tanzanite studs, the trillions, they were $399. We have a sapphire, a yellow sapphire, a blue sapphire. We had a Tanzanite pendant. We had a gorgeous amethyst pendant. We had a pink sapphire emerald cut, an emerald pear shape. You name it, we got it. The conch pearl is here. We did bring you a conch pearl under $1,500. Here's what it looks like. There it is, bright. It's red. And forget about the light pinks. That's a red round. Platinum, that's a conch pearl, 77 pointers, 10 points in diamonds in platinum. That's $14.99 if you want to score that deal before we are signed off, and we'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. The weekend is here. Did it feel like a short week? Well, for most people, it's a 4-day week, so I hope it did. Well, we'll get the party started. So if you're ready for the weekend, we kick it off together at Friday nights at 5. So make sure you're with us 5 o'clock Pacific time, 7 Central time, and 8 p.m. Eastern. We will be with you with a brand new big selection of jewelry galore. Big values, too. I think that goes without saying. I'm going to crank them up. We got our weekend coming up as well. Boy, Saturday and Sunday mornings are going to be fabulous. We have a lot of new diamond premieres for you also. But again, 45 seconds left to go tonight. Thank you so much for watching, for shopping, for being with us. Welcome to our new shoppers as well. Thank you for being a part of this one on this Thursday. And we'll see you right back here tomorrow night. It's a 5 o'clock start time. Try to be here at the beginning. We do some really cool things straight out the gate for you. And anything else you want to ask about, we will be here for a couple minutes after we go off the air to help you out with any items you might need assistance on. Questions or placing orders, whatever you need. So give us a call, jot down that number so you know how to reach us. Thank you again for being a part of this one on this September 4th. Again, a very special happy birthday wish to Charmaine. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight on your special day. And thank you, one and all, for being with us. We hope it was a special day just based on the jewelry we brought you. I'm Lauren Blair. Enjoy the rest of your night. We'll see you right here tomorrow night at 5. Club TVON.